Well, hello everybody. I'm Jimbo.
Kemper.
We're the Stand. Hey, and we are already excited. I mean, usually it takes us just a few minutes to get a little worked up, but in case you
Hey,
missed it,
that TV's pretty loud, boss.
TV's pretty loud. I can't
Yeah,
help it, man. I'm gonna have to hear
it's
the game
it's.
till the game's
I
over.
was just gonna say it's sort of blending in with you.
Well, listen to the Kentucky game then. Just listen. I know you don't get that being an Ohio State fan, but I got to hear the game, and I'm old man. I got old man ears. Could y'all hear the game when Lisa Williams had her nose up in the screen over there? Hey, put a one in the chat if you saw Lisa Williams deep down in her
Bertoni.
soul of her nostrils.
Oh, Shreky Shrek.
If I can find the remote, I'll turn it down. Dougie's gonna win. All right, right there.
Yeah, it's funny. During that live, everybody else could get a link, go up there, but a certain person was not allowed. Got timed out every time it turned around. Pansy. That's all I can say.
Well, we
Pansy.
got a bunch of stuff to thank you, NE Pats. I'm assuming that's New England Patriots. We got a lot of stuff to address, but first, let's get rid of the just horseshit first. Like the stuff that really doesn't deserve much more than a couple breaths. This Skank Williams, um, you know, he was evidently on the show before I got on Ernie's panel earlier, and he was, I guess, calling Ernie out. So when I show up, he's goes into full on attack mode, call me bro and being you run that mouth, bro. Evidently, I called him a bitch last night here on the stand, and I didn't remember calling him a bitch. And when he provided his receipts, I technically didn't call him a bitch. I told him, I said, I don't know you well enough to call you a bitch. What I said was that apparently he was Ernie Shell's bitch. And that's what I'd been told. He was trolling our friend, got kicked out of that chat. So I figured he was Ernie Shell's bitch, okay? So I said that way. Okay, now Skank Dank, I have had an interaction with you, and now I am calling you a bitch. So there it is. I know that's not very professional of me to say, but I mean, it looks like a duck, walks like a duck. It's probably a duck.
Whack, whack.
Looks like a bitch, acts like a bitch, talks like a bitch, probably a bitch.
I mean, he was just looking to argue with somebody, dude. he's apparently got some anger issues or something, man, because he wants to dominate
Oh
in
yeah,
a conversation. He don't let anybody say a word. So it's whatever. But I mean, not for nothing. He did seem like he was chumming up to Ern.
yeah.
They were holding each other's pee-pees.
Well, then he wants to,
So
then he wants to start calling me a motherfucker.
right. He's looking for some interaction, some attention, just like of a lot of other attention whores. So it is what it is. He came on here, came on to Jamie's page or channel as well, trying to troll. We know this. He don't know us. Yeah, that's a bitch move.
Lisa Taylor Smith. Lisa is
One of Ernie's disciples
she admitted
from a
tonight.
few months ago.
She admitted tonight as being the one who has repeatedly called the school board or emailed the school board, emailed my principal, and has demanded my job because I don't deserve to be around children. So when she admitted that, my children were just in the other room. So I said, "Hey, come here, son." My son walked in the room a minute. I said, "Come here, son. You see this woman right here? She's the woman that don't want your daddy working around kids no more. Don't want him to be a basketball coach anymore at school." "Oh, Jimbo, you low life motherfucker, you son of a bitch. You see how you are?" No, that's how you are, Lisa. That's how you are. Like, and then you're gonna keep calling me the MFer right in front of my children. You showed your true colors, and that's the people. That's the people that hang out with Ernie Shell.
Yep,
That's
that
the
be the
people.
ones.
She's his main cult leader over there. She's the one when they're drinking the Kool-Aid, she's serving it.
Yep, she's got the wooden spoon spinning it into the damn pitcher, man.
Yeah, and has been for a long time. She's the one who claims that she was had
It
a
was her
friend of hers donate Ernie $100,000.
and set him up in New York and basically tried to say the same things that she said to Jimbo tonight, that it was all jealousy and he was trying to do good and he'll prevail and it's going to be people like her that makes him prevail. And you guys will see those conversations in the next couple of days because they will be posted probably on both Stand and on Tells the Liking. So,
Yeah.
woman's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, she's out there. That's me being nice.
I spent a couple hours today watching and preparing for tonight and watching the jailhouse interview with Shelby and translating and typing it up as best I could hear and understand. And that's what I was doing all day. And that's what we were going to talk about tonight. But we've been steered in a little bit different direction. We may talk about that a little bit, but that's what the plan was. I didn't know that I was going to have this, Godzilla-like woman attack me
Shrek.
in front of my
Just
children.
say it.
In front of my children, calling me, using the language he was using. Now, when I'm in here using this language, like I'm in here now, I'll say Dank Williams is a bitch.
Kids
Not
ain't
he's
in there.
Ernie's bitch anymore. Nope. Now, Dank, you a bitch. And I said it. And believe me, I'm a man, a real man. And if you stand face to face with me, I'll say it again. Unlike Ernie, unlike probably anybody you know. But I don't say that. I don't sit and use that language in front of my children. So when I call my children over here and they're using the F word, MFer, you low life, you don't deserve to be around kids. Look at you, you low life piece of trash. You blah, 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 blah. Did you see how my kids handled it?
Mm-hmm.
They waved
They
at
laughed at him.
her. Yeah, they waved at her, laughed, like she's funny. You know, my kids were raised right. Um, Now I'm not a perfect dad, but she would talk about jealousy and how I'm jealous of Ernie. And I asked her to be more specific, like, what am I jealous of? What does Ernie have that I don't have? Oh, she's big mad because we started The Stand.
I can answer that.
You know, she's big mad because we started The Stand. Ernie had a YouTube channel, and you just had to come and make your own, didn't you, Jimbo? You just couldn't leave it alone. You come in here and bully my man.
That's what it is, dude. Honestly, this reaction from Shrek is really her watching the man that she loves going down in flames.
Well,
And
she
this
wants
is
to
the
talk
reaction
about
we're getting from it.
all of Ernie's success in life that I'm jealous of, and like, so I'm saying, okay, what am I jealous of here? Is it all of Ernie's? Um, or she said his women. Like, I've been married to the same woman for 29 years.
Mm-hmm.
Been living with her together for over 30 years. Like, I'm definitely not looking for a woman on YouTube like
Mm-hmm.
Ernie. I don't need people like Lisa Bertoni / Lisa Williams.
Shreky Shrek.
I don't need her to send me money. I'm not jealous. I don't need your money, Lisa. And she says, tell me about all them houses you got kicked out of, Jumbo. Okay, name one. I'll wait.
She can't.
She can't.
Nope.
Now Ernie, I don't know that he's ever been kicked out of one either, but I don't know that he's ever actually had a lease.
In his name.
I know he's never had a home loan or a house like
Probably
that.
not even utilities, man.
Oh, he had some utilities at one point when he was when he lived in London with Jackie. He had the water put in his name. Like, it was like a $17 water bill. Now, when he left that address, he had all his mail forwarded to my address.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got one of those water bills where he never paid it and it went into default. $17, man.
Well,
$17.
that's stout, dude.
It went in default, dude. Like,
yeah.
And I'm jealous of that.
Really, Bertoni, try again. Swing and miss, Shreky.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
She's
loony.
She's got a psychotic love for Ernie that is just way out of this world. And you saw it. I mean, if you
dude, I've seen the chats with her.
Yeah,
she's definitely, dude. Like you said, I mean, she's developed her own recipe of Kool-Aid that she's serving to the others, and it's the one that works on her. So yeah, like she's definitely certifiable, as you guys seen if you watched it at all. Like she was fogging up the camera on her phone.
Yeah,
breathing so damn hard.
I've got people sending me videos, and we're gonna post some of it. I'm actually gonna take it to the school board.
Oh yeah,
I'm almost positive that her being on there, admitting that she's Lisa Bertoni and calling me all those names in front of my own children will show exactly the kind of people that is trying to get me fired. And it may have just backfired on Godzilla there.
Oh, you know she's going to start calling us shit again, so let her get herself in a trap.
She needs to. She needs to call somebody.
She needs to call Cherokee Mental Health or something, man.
Yeah. Now, I'm not into doxing or anything, but she's clearly wanting to contact my school where I work, try to take me away from kids. And she didn't know how to handle it when I told her I was coaching this weekend, did she?
Nope. It was like
You
all
shouldn't be
the.
around children, you monster, you MFR.
She's calling people a monster looking like that. Really?
Yeah. Did you catch that she's got a northern accent, like
Oh,
more
oh
than
yeah.
Matt's? Sound like
Fuck
it's maybe
you.
in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Waterton, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah. Um, she's got a promising career there. I wonder how they would feel about her actions being emailed to her boss with the way she's talking to potential customers who maybe want to buy a new Dodge at the Dodge dealership. You know,
Yep.
I was going to buy one,
Get you
but
another
I
Charger.
changed my mind now. Since this Lisa Bertoni / Williams, and she's not really like hiding her. She came in there as Lisa Bertoni to show me that she was the one who emailed the school, which I knew. I mean, I knew it already. I mean, you see the unhealthy, enamored behavior she's got towards Ernie, and you know it's her anyway.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, you didn't really let the cat out of the bag there, Godzilla. But thank you for putting it on screen so I can show it to my boss and
Yeah, we're
your
gonna have
boss.
fun with that shit, man. We're gonna have lots of fun with that. Thank you, Lisa.
My boss and your boss. I wonder if that Dodge dealership has a Facebook page and we could just post a little video on it.
They do.
Woo, boy. Now that's some nice stuff right there.
I don't know if you can post on it publicly, like being public, but I know you can message them.
Yeah. And
But no, she's probably the one that runs it.
I see you guys are talking about that my wife, and she wasn't even coming to my rescue. Like she would and she will. Like, she don't like women talking trash to me at all, but she was more concerned with the way that woman was
Talking in front
talking
of
to
the
her
babies.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big no-no to mama.
Honestly, I'm just gonna level with you, dude. It was like Rosie 2.0 from the trailer. That's what I heard come out of your wife was the raw. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, she was mad,
yeah,
man.
and it was over children, and of course, once again, children being acted inappropriately towards by Ernie or friends.
Yeah.
See the pattern yet? But they protect them, they save them. Look how they do.
Y'all hear my dog panting back there?
Oh, I thought that was you, man.
No, Mama Bear's in the other room and dog's just freaking having a panic attack. Puppies are in there with her, and she's in here by herself with me, and she don't like it. But
But yeah, dude, yeah, that was that just shows everybody what Ernie's People's about.
yeah, but
Now Ernie didn't do any of that, but he was loving it. You could see it.
yeah. Let's go back to this jealousy issue here. Like, I've always been jealous of Ernie, and well, when I met Ernie, I had a successful wrestling business, a wrestling school where I taught other wrestlers the trade of wrestling, a wrestling promotion where we hosted events, and not like the one where you get arrested because you never pay anybody, but actual licensed promotion and bonded promotion where we paid people to wrestle, and a real one. And Ernie came to our place of business wanting to wrestle. So that jealousy bit don't fit, Big Nose. Like, I'm telling you right now, if you put a damn light bulb on that thing, and Santa would love her, there would never be any issue with getting all the presents delivered on Christmas Eve if you put a light bulb on the end of her nose.
I'm sorry. Dude, you know good and well she has said some crazy things, but dude, she looks like a fictional character or something. Dude, I don't know.
Oh, Jamie. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Dank didn't want to talk to you, did he, Jamie? Oh, I was at work from 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and there's no way I could have been on anybody's channel.
He was. He was
Yes,
booted.
dude. Jamie kicked your ass off there because you were a little troll moron.
Yep.
You bitch. Oh, and yeah, I don't like. I still really don't know who this guy is. I know a bunch of people came to his rescue last night, sending me emails. Well, Dank Williams is a good guy. You shouldn't, Well, evidently, Dank Williams is not a good guy.
Well, then again, I received a few warnings about him and True Tragedies. So,
yeah. What about
it's a train wreck situation? Do not let it happen near you.
which letter, Kristen Rose, are you talking about that Shelby wrote? Which one?
Oh, we got some letters.
Yeah, there's one that's been read online, but then we got some people too.
Oh yeah,
Shelby's been talking quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All that's going to come out soon enough. And I'll tell you this: no matter what he says, it won't be watered down or cut. Just like with Ernie, when we brought it to you from the horse's ass's mouth.
Yep.
Well,
this will be exactly what they said.
Shelby, but I really, I was man enough to go into their territory and speak. And you know what really disappointed me? Like, I could have really humiliated Ernie like I have so many times, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I asked him, you tell me about the car. Why was that car on camera? Why is she saying that? And he gave his explanation, and I said, okay, fair enough. Now, do I believe it? No. Because Ernie lies so much, you can't believe him.
Right. Cry wolf.
What's up, Tony? But now I did let him say it.
Mm-hmm.
I let him give his explanation.
Yep.
And then he talks about, he was the whole reason I even said anything on their damn channel at all, because he was in there spitting his bullshit again about how
no prosecution.
He's going to go buy the prosecution DVDs.
Yeah.
And he's going to play the prosecution. I have played it. It's uploaded on the stand.
Those times. Those.
Yeah. It's there, man.
It is on the channel.
I asked him, your big bad confidence voice, why were you not being so confident on the stand? What was wrong with you, man? Why were you scared? I wasn't scared, bro. I was hurt. Okay. I'll give you that. That was his brother. I get it. Maybe he was hurt. Maybe he's conflicted. And speaking of all that, getting into the family confliction, and reminds me of that little couch potato psychiatrist.
Oh, God.
Gigi.
She don't know shit, dude.
Too. Her trying to steal money and admitted it.
She said that you guys owed her money, dude.
Owe her money.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Of what?
I guess her investigation and the hours that I don't know.
You mean when she read off Google and said Pamela Steedham?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'd like to speak to that one. Is Pamela Wells Steedham?
Well, not for nothing, man. You know good and well, Jimbo, that her and her husband have been meddling, trying to message us and all kinds of shit for the past few weeks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
they'll play one game online, and their husband will message, "Hey, it's all a game. It's all a game. It's all a game."
Yeah, it's fake. Don't. She's trying to make him think that she likes him.
Yeah.
Like, really, dude? Like, we're not in junior high.
Yeah. Well, I don't care if she likes him or not. I
Right.
don't want her over here.
No,
Like her credibility is trash, just
Yep.
like Ernie's. Like it doesn't matter. Like she could come on here and give you a full endorsement of, I think the stand is great, and you should watch their show and listen to what they say. And then you got to hear, oh God, you let a crazy woman come up there and say you were great. Not worth
Well,
it.
and then she thought the stand was about Shelby and the trial. No, this is about Ernie and his fucking scams, him stalking and extorting people. That's what this is about. Gigi, you want to know? We'll tell you. That's what it's about. It's what it's been about.
Yeah. And then she says, Jimbo, I got one question for you. And then she asked me like 4 questions, but the one question she started with was,
How are you feeling about your decisions recently, or something like that?
be more specific. And anyway, she talks about, do I think there would have been conviction or anything without a confession?
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, no. I mean, I said, yeah, I do, because eventually, she didn't let me elaborate on that, but I do,
Right.
because Shelby likes to brag.
Because she got the answer she wanted. That's
Yeah.
why she didn't let you, dude.
Well, he was bragging, and that's how Ernie and I even heard the story to begin with. Was Shelby was bragging about it.
Yep.
He's, look at me, look what I did. Nobody can figure it out. I did it. So somebody would have eventually heard the story and told on him, but happened to be it was Ernie and myself. Well, the confession that was actually recorded was done by me. GG. When you're doing your little Google search research, check into that. Like, it's not hard to do. The Shelby's jailhouse interview parts that you can understand are listed on WYMT, on their Facebook page, on their website.
Yeah, there's one article that's got like 7 different clips.
Key parts of the trial, testimony, including Ernie's, where he said, I'm the real Killer Holmes.
I was going to say, I think you've posted them on the stand, and they're on the Lycan page as well. So,
well, there's been all kinds of letters and leaks, and you've seen Shelby talk in his jailhouse interview, and have you heard him use the word Holmes yet?
Not yet. Not once.
Only in Ernie's wild, cooped up story.
Or industry.
And that's the problem with his credibility. He was telling a friggin' story. He couldn't just say, Shelby told me this, and that was it. That's what I said. I said, I taped him. He said this to me. I taped it. Here it is. I didn't say I was riding down the road with him. He was going to kill everybody in the world, and I saved the Savage Line, and I seen this woman's purse, and it was a Coach purse, and boy, that's going to be a big lick. But I got 2 bullets, one for her and one for a kid. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You saved me. I didn't have enough bullets to kill everybody. Like, all that in the time you drive by somebody, your story is just too much of a story, Ernie. That's why there was a 6-6 hung jury. Now,
are you listening
on your channel where you can sit back and listen and laugh, like, the facts are coming out now. That's why there was a hung jury. Let's say I believe your story about Lucinda Lay lying. It's still damning evidence to say that, to have her on the stand and have her break down in tears because she's so afraid of you, and then say that you kept her car all the time against her will, and then to see her car driving away from the scene of the crime as it's going up in flames. That's damning evidence. I mean, that's about as damning as evidence can get. So, Lisa, good one, Tony. Good one. I'm telling you what, she was worked up, wasn't she? Somebody come at her man. Somebody come at her little man. I wonder who's bigger, her or Ernie.
Oh, you know she is. Ernie's the wife in that relationship. I mean, she's obviously the alpha dominant there.
Ernie's not the top whore or bottom whore. I don't know.
He's power bottom with her.
Power
She just
bottom.
straps it on.
Listen, when she comes stomping through that city of Tokyo, Japan in that movie, oh, never mind. That was Godzilla for real. Got me all flustered. I seen that nose.
Dude, she was breathing fire, dude. Yeah, dude.
I seen the flames come out of her nose, and I thought, man, that's Godzilla. Oh, wow. Hey, did you hear her come back? You King Kong. You call me Godzilla, Jimbo. You're King Kong. Show your face, you coward. I said, I'm in my underwear. You want to see it?
Hey, Jimbo, look at the screen.
Tony, can you make a Lisa mask? Damn. Now, that's a challenge. That's a challenge.
I don't even know if they got a mold for that one.
You have to make a mold. Can you take and do what Ernie used to do and do the laser imagery off the screen from the movie and get an exact, precise movie cut?
Her nose is bigger than all our heads. What are you talking about? And I got a big nose too. But geez, man.
Hey,
she was sitting there yakking her jaws, dude. You shouldn't have had your face on camera, Lisa. You definitely verified the ugly.
I got a serious question. I know we're having a little bit of fun, but I want to know something for real. Serious? Oh, there already is. It's called Leatherface. But for real, and this is serious and dear to my heart. Put a heart up in the chat if you think that you could blow a little hot air up her nose and she would fly away.
Heart it up, y'all.
I'm going to say you just put just a little touch of hot air in that nostril, and she's gone with the wind. Gone with the wind.
Yeah. That was wild, man. Like,
hey, and I was having a little fun with it. I was screaming and yelling because it was fun. People were texting me, hey, just calm down, buddy, calm down. I'm like, I'm cool, man. Trust me. I'm cool. Don't worry. But, man, she was hot, boy.
Oh, yeah, she was hot. Really hot. Like, I can just imagine.
Yeah.
Like, you might have to get a restraining order on this one, dude.
Yeah, I'm the one who contacted the school. You don't need to be around children, Jimbo. You King Kong, you cyber bully.
Right.
Why are you so jealous of Ernie, Jimbo?
She needs to look at the facts about the cyberbully. She really does. Anybody that thinks that Ernie's getting bullied, they need to look at what he has been doing to people. Period. And it's all documented. Period.
Facts. A predator is someone who preys on another. Mm-hmm. Ernie Shell. I mean, that's your dude right there, Lisa.
Yeah. While you're preaching at us about a bunch of shit, you need to look into your boy. Because he's definitely everything that you're fucking describing.
Did you see this underage minor on Ernie's chat this morning, and Ernie calls him a pussy?
Dude, yeah. But dude, he was giving Ernie shit, dude. He owned Ernie too.
Yeah,
like the only time he's had any control is when Lisa's been on there.
Does that give a 42-year-old man the right to call a
no, not at all,
a pussy?
Not at all.
You got to hold that tongue back, Ern. You got to hold that back. That wasn't Godzilla on there spitting fire at you. That was a little boy.
Man.
A little boy. Now, technically, he was your daddy this morning, but it was still a little boy.
All morning, Ernie.
Skank Williams done went to bed tonight. Reckon he
I
sleep
doubt it. I doubt it.
another name and watch, and you know he's dying to see it. He's dying to see it.
Hmm. You know, he's sitting there watching.
I'm gonna come in here and be a bitch. I'm gonna go in Jimbo's chat and be a little bitch. Yeah, it
That's
kind of
funny.
reminds you of that little bitch that was running down the highway going, "Help me, Facebook. You're gonna shoot me." Goodness gracious. Big old Lisa's nose, buddy. I mean, that nose is gonna be famous. Like you
Oh
know,
yeah,
you never gonna forget that nose now.
we
I
making
bet
that
you don't
bitch
even know
viral. Period. It's gonna happen. So y'all go ahead and get your little videos of it ready to start flinging around, y'all.
MJ631. You're a fraud, and I see why you hating on him. Just seeing you on camera. Enough said. Is that right, MJ? Is that right? Throw them peace hands up there, big guy. Are you MJ6 whatever you are? Or are you that bitch Dank Williams? Either way, you're in here taking up for the wrong guy, pal. Because ain't nobody over here on this chat gives two shits about Ernie Shell or the big nose bitch that was on there wanting to make love at him tonight. And I didn't say
Yep.
to him, I said at him.
Is
You
that
run
somebody
away,
in
little buddy?
chat?
You run away, little buddy? Yeah, he ran away. He ran away. He ain't got nothing to say. He came in here, made his little troll comment, and left. Oh,
Bye bye.
I like trolls, man. That means I've arrived, right?
I think so.
Lisa Bertoni, calling my employer, talking trash, calling my kids names, and calling me names in front of my kids. I mean,
Right.
now if she called my kids names, we'd be driving on our way to Pennsylvania right now. No, make no mistake about it. Because I do know where she works.
I'd be meeting you there.
Yeah, it was. Mama Bear would make me go,
Yep.
and we'd probably have to throw some cash up there for bail money. Oppositional effect. Yeah, thank you. I'm big time. I've arrived. I've got trolls and skanky danks and I mean I think I've got my own personal stalker, Lisa Williams, right? Lisa Bertoni. I mean,
Yep.
when somebody calls your job or emails your job with the sole purpose of having you fired, having you taken away from your kids, that's stalker, right? That's stalkery.
Hmm.
I got my own stalker, man.
Check
I
your
got right.
check your messenger. That's hilarious.
Two wrongs don't make a right, Outlaw Trucker. I don't know who you think's wrong or right, but I'm not saying I'm wrong. Let's see that. But as far as the two wrongs don't make a right, I'm not real sure what you're referring to. To be honest with you, you know, are you saying it would be wrong if somebody were to send that information to her boss? Because I disagree. Because what she said was false. She
Yep.
said I was a predator and shouldn't be around children.
That's actually a suable offense,
Yeah.
and in some states, a chargeable offense.
She said, she made up lies.
Because I know, well, the other day, that same thing happened in a state, and charges were filed against Tina over
But
it.
you see, what she said was a lie.
Hmm.
What she did came on and admitted and was yelling and screaming. Like, if I sent that video to her boss, that's not a lie. That's a fact.
Right. That's
That's a
true.
fact. Had her nostrils all up in the phone, breathing fire and cussing while my kids were watching. And make no mistake about it, she saw my kids because she started calling me more names when she saw my kids. And how did my kids handle it? They waved at her, laughed at her. Really? That woman? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what no class looks like, kids.
Yeah. That shows you what kind of people she is and what kind of people we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how easy would it have been for my kids to lose their cool and just start
And they would have been
going
somewhat
off there?
justified.
I mean, they're teenagers. They hear cuss words. How easy would it have been for them to go into cussing tirade? I'm gonna tell you right now. When I was my daughter's age, 17, my son's age, 15, somebody would talk to my mom that way, I would
Mm-mm.
have cussed them up and down and all around every which way. And if I could have got my hands on them, it would have been real bad when I was their age. But my kids handled it with grace and laughed at her. Did you hear what my son said? Like, he
I
didn't even
couldn't.
get loud. He didn't even get loud. She was screaming. I said, "Son, this is the woman that's trying to get me fired from working at the school." He said, "Why?" Like, in his concerned 15-year-old, that's my dad voice, hey, why? And that's a good question. Because I don't agree with your boyfriend scamming everybody. He's not scamming nobody. He's good people. What has he done?
Well, did you hear what Gigi said about that?
No.
That people donating money is not scamming. Yeah, that was tonight.
Well, I disagree. I think if you tell people that you're something you're not,
Mm-hmm.
then you're scamming them.
Yep.
I mean, if I
Agreed.
go in there and tell you that I'm good friends with Donald Trump Jr. and get you to think that I'm highfalutin and that who was the other one that's real rich that he claims to be friends with?
Um, Musk.
Who?
Musk.
Oh, Elon Musk.
Yep.
Yeah, that's under false pretenses, right?
Yep.
That's scamming, Gigi. That is
Mm-hmm.
scamming.
But then again, she knows that because she's scamming. She's pretending to be something she's not.
I don't even know what she's pretending to be. Like,
Well, she claims to be an investigator. I've heard
she
from
had
her
a
own mouth.
professional dive team that offered to go work on that case that I'm not going to exploit the name from.
Right.
But of course they didn't want her working on it. Well, can you imagine why?
Yeah.
Same reason they don't want Ernie working on it.
You don't need idiots around it.
You can't risk the integrity of an investigation by having a bunch of damn liars and scam artists working on it.
Yep. Absolutely.
And that's all those people are, man. Yeah. All you do is talk in circles over there on your channel. I said, do you listen to it? She said, 4 hours a night. You talk in circles. I said, you listen to it? Yeah, I listen to it. Well, damn, what does that say about you? All I do is talk in circles and you sit and listen to it for 4 hours? Shit.
And she still ain't comprehending what we're saying. That's the problem. She's over here saying all this bullshit. She's heard the truth, but yet she tells a lie. That'll tell you. That is Ernie's people. Like she could be the cult mother too. But like I said, you've seen the messages from her husband saying that she's just pretending. She's trying to get a fix on Tina and Ernie and see what they're about and all that stuff.
We'll get all those together and show them to you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
All the scam artist messages. And then the little troll that she is, and I'm not talking about a Facebook troll, I'm talking about an actual literal troll, sends people Cash App requests in hopes that they accidentally see it and hit accept and send her money. That is stealing.
Yep. That's a scam in itself.
Yeah. Everybody owes me money, she said. What do they owe your little lying, cheating, scamming ass money for? What have you done?
Not a damn thing. But run that suck.
Maybe it's her and Tina are going to get together and and buy all the resources needed to operate on Ernie's brain chip.
Well, he's definitely don't have any brain cells to interfere with this procedure, so you know.
At least his nose part of the Red Sea. But I mean, that was just the most disgusting display of a lunatic that I've ever seen.
Yep.
Like, and that is who Ernie claims as his friends and has come to bat. Like Ernie,
well, I mean,
did you see that little boy that was asking her, "Why are you trying to get my dad fired?" That little boy right there. When he grew up with Ernie around the house, like he grew up with Ernie coming in and out. He would give up his bed so Ernie could sleep there. He'd come in and sleep with mommy and daddy when he was younger, so Ernie could have a bed. And that's how he repays it? By letting that foul-mouthed Godzilla big-nosed bitch talk like that in front of him?
And you told him to mute her, and he didn't. You know why?
He sat back there laughing at it because he liked it.
Well, when she started doing it, if you guys go back and watch, when she first started snapping, he jumped back. It surprised the fuck out of Ernie.
It didn't surprise Ernie, dude. He knew what she's gonna do.
Well, he acted it.
Yeah,
It might have been a show.
He acts a lot. He wasn't surprised, believe me.
But yeah, he was sitting back laughing. But he wanted that to happen. And he wasn't going to mute her because it benefited him. Plus, she gives him money. That's obvious. She's an idiot, but hey, she showed that tonight. Everybody got to see it on display. And we promise it was recorded.
Matt, send her back, say we're getting our say in right now.
Huh?
Send her back a message and say we're getting our say in right now.
I got you.
But, the clinically insane hang together. Like birds of the feather flock together. Believe me, those damn birds have the same feathers. Most of them feathers is up Lisa Williams' nose hiding. Yeah, I was kind of shocked at old Jason going on there and wanting to give Ernie a fist bump on behind camera and say everything's cool. I guess he didn't understand what Ernie was doing and saying to him last night, or maybe he didn't hear it when Ernie cut him off, all the stuff he said. I don't know. But I don't know if he's still in here. But if you are, go back and watch that, man. I mean, you did not say what? You gave him a fist bump till everything was cool, right? Maybe I misheard it. I was trying to yell over Ernie or Godzilla, whoever it was at the time. But I know you guys gave each other the damn virtual fist bump. I saw that. Gave him props for letting you come on and say his piece or whatever. He didn't let you say your piece. Every time he wanted to make fun of you, he'd put you on mute, play a sheep song, or that's what he does. He tries to control the stuff. Hell, even I sat through his damn sheep song one time tonight so I could try to continue to talk afterwards. I swore I'd never do that. But I don't expect it to be up. Oh, it's a joke. Okay, that's cool. But I don't expect it to be up very long because there was a complete porn bomb in the damn video tonight. Like Ernie, for somebody that's so smart and so, with all these investigative intuitions and licenses, how does somebody get you with a porn bomb that many times? It's beginning to be beyond hilarious. He even made you look. He said something like, "Look at the screen, Ernie. Look at this. I got something to show you. Oh, the gun evidence. I got the gun evidence right here. Check it out. I got it. If you just show it. If you just pull it up and show it." So Ernie pulled it up, buddy, on the big screen, showed it. Bam! Big bomb. I see. So I was corrected, Jason. Let me see. Let's read it out here. Apologize for being a dick and the way you acted out of anger, but not sorry for speaking the truth. All right, good deal. Ern has had a rough day, but
He's had a rough week.
yes, and it's just gonna get worse. Like,
Yep.
you know, him offering to go buy the DVDs, and I don't know what he thinks he's gonna get other than what we have already played. Like, it don't change. You know, there's only one trial, and
he can't really twist it.
Now something did come back to me tonight that I forgot about. His little explanation about the he said the judge got kicked off because of he said something about a juror or said something to the jury about, or no, he said they had to rush and pick the jury because he said something about a convicted felon.
Yeah.
Well, that's not entirely true. They moved the jury from Harlan, or they moved the trial from Harlan County to Bell County because the judge misspoke at one point. Mm-hmm. So it didn't affect the jury's decision. Like, that's grasping at straws. Remember your little video when you was reaching at that dollar saying, "Come here, dollar. Come here, dollar." Well, that was very similar. You know, you're reaching at something there, buddy. It was a hung jury because the jury, at least six of them, thought you killed Ronnie King. Now, I've said publicly, told you tonight, I don't believe that. Now, it's hard for me to believe that you weren't there when the fire was set, because there is that video evidence of the car.
Yep.
So.
And your alibi says you had the car.
Don't take what out of text, Outlaw Trucker. What are we talking about? Don't take what out of context. Absolutely. Yeah. Jimbo, don't take that out of context. What are we?
I'm looking to see if
I don't know what.
There's another comment.
What I could take out of context.
I can't go that far back.
I guess.
But.
And I've told you guys, admittedly, I miss a whole lot of what goes on in the chat. Which also brings me to another thing I wanted to touch on tonight. Like, this thing with the lady coming on our panel last night. I don't know her. Had never spoken to her publicly at all until we did it right in front of you guys. Mm-hmm. I was using her channel live on our channel and doing commentary on her content. So when she showed up, I felt obligated to let her speak her piece. And I also told her, that Shelby was smoozing over her.
Yep.
And she saw it. So now a bunch of people went at her in the chat, and I guess she was going back at you. I guess she used to see what you're chatting. But the thing is, it doesn't matter who comes on this panel. If Ernie's up there, or, it doesn't matter. Lisa Williams, if she had the testicular fortitude to come on here, you're not going to sit out there in the chat and say that she's looking at hours and hours of, that stuff I'm not even going to mention that they were saying about this lady last night. For one, I don't know that happened. And I understand there's been accusations, but that's not for the stand to discuss. We're here to discuss, what is it?
Ernie motherfucking Shell.
Ernie Shell.
Yep. That's
Ernie
what we're
Shell.
here for.
You know,
We're
remember
we're
that
we're
show
not here.
GP? It wasn't about Shelby Shell.
Nope.
It's about Ernie Shell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not about true tragedies
It's
or
not
whoever
about
she's
Dank.
in a fight with, Dank
No,
Williams.
it ain't about any of them. It ain't about their drama. That drama can stay over there. We don't want it here. Okay.
So
Um,
that's why we
if
don't, that's why any of that stuff that goes on in the chat while we've got a guest on here, I'm just going to say, mods, take it out, get rid of it because,
yeah,
they're not here to talk about Dank Williams or somebody accusing them of looking at something on the internet. They're here to talk about Shelby Shell or Ernie Shell.
yep.
Last night it was Shelby Shell's letter
Mm-hmm.
that was written to her. So that's the reason why. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that. I just wanted to say, clear that up. Like, we're not affiliated. Like, if the Stand and her channel were two actual people, they wouldn't be going out and hanging out and being buddies. Like, it ain't like that. She may never, probably will never, be on our panel again. I don't foresee. I've not been asked. I don't know if Matt has, but for either of us to ever go on her panel, like,
Right.
yeah, working relationship. It's not, like we don't have a, there's no affiliation. She came on here when she saw us playing her video,
Yep.
and she's got that right. She came in here and she started arguing back and forth too, and we told her too. You guys don't see all the private chat that we see. Can't be arguing with people in the chat.
Yeah, we're here to have the dialogue. It don't matter if it's Ernie or if it's Shrek. It really don't. That's what we're here for. Because
now, I do love the fact that you guys are concerned, and I appreciate that we might get a black eyes per se on the channel because of affiliations, but rest assured there is no affiliation.
Right. We're here for one purpose and one purpose only. We're not here to link up with everybody and make political stances or whatever. We're here to warn people and to try to get people out of the way of Ernie Shell and the destruction he causes. So, and I'm sure that most of you are here because you want to see that happen. No doubt. We're glad you guys, another night. How many people we got? We got 130 people watching. Guys, that means some people want to see this come to an end. They want to see this issue dealt with. I love it. It's awesome. So let's stay the course and let's handle our business. Let's do this.
Yeah, and Ernie's starting to get desperate. Like, he's asking me to come on his panel when I showed up in there tonight, putting out links, and he's putting in his chat or his live description that Griff's reached out to the show and wants to come on by. Show it. Like, quit bait and switching. That's the oldest thing in business marketing. And Ernie claims he's got a degree in business and marketing, but he don't know. You can't bait and switch. I mean, that's just not cool, man. You lose respect, which yours went out the window a long time ago.
Wow.
I don't believe Ernie was involved with what Shelby went to prison for, but my gut instinct tells me Ernie was very much a part.
After the fact.
Yeah. I just, I know I talked to Shelby face to face, man to man that night before I got the recording. And then the next morning when I got the recording, he had ample time to indicate that Ernie was there. He never said, now he said, Jim, I was tying him up and he was breaking free and I duct taping him and broke through that. You know, gory detail. He never once said, and Ernie held him down, or Ernie was standing over in the corner. Like, he would have said that if Ernie was there when the murder took place. I'm almost positive. Like, he wasn't trying to hide nothing. Why would he? Now, I think, in my opinion, you know, what the evidence shows is that when they did go back up there, that Ernie may have been a part of it because of the vehicle in the Everett's funeral home video. Because let me tell you something. If they had that vehicle in the Everett's funeral home video a few hours earlier, do you not think they would have presented that evidence in the trial?
Right.
I think so.
Yep.
You know, I mean, just, and you know, everybody's got to read it and make your own opinion. I fully believe you should do that, but I just don't believe it because I've thought it through and went back over it, especially after seeing all this stuff. You don't know how many times I've rewatched and just thought about different scenarios and what it could have been and what could have happened. Listening to now 3 different stories that Shelby's told. And they all have similarities, or as Ernie says, similarities, but none of them are the same, like word for word. Like key parts are changing. So I just don't believe it, you know, that Ernie was there when that part happened. I just don't. What is it, honey? Hang on, just let me go ahead, man. I'm going to have some help somebody right quick.
All right, cool. Everybody, throw some hearts up in the chat for Jimbo standing up to Godzilla and Weenie Boy. That was awesome. He definitely let her show her ass. He definitely showed. And these are the kind of people. I mean, she admitted she called and that she emailed. That is ignorant. Like, she told on herself. I mean, like I said, when you do that and it's a lie like that, charges can be pressed in a lot of states. When you're doing it across state lines, that might be a federal charge. That's the thing. Nobody's lied about Ernie, Lisa. We've told the truth the whole time.
Yeah.
And you're mad about it. You're taking up for Weenie Boy.
And
all right.
And that just shows more of Ernie lying, because he keeps pushing that they don't show what the prosecution said.
Right. Well,
yeah.
period. She's believing his lies. That's why she's hooked like she is.
And believe me, she's been on the stand watching closely. She's been
recording this.
Yeah, she records it, and she knows everything that's been said.
Stalking.
She's seen me. She has seen me pause the damn video and say, "Why are you looking down, Ernie? Why are you looking like you're not telling the truth, Ernie?" Even though he's telling the story to the prosecution. Like, my God, that's the prosecution. There's no more hidden testimony that the prosecution hasn't released. Like, that's it, buddy. The whole thing. And like for the first 3 or 4 days we talked about it, it was all prosecution. And then, you know, I think I messaged you in the middle of the day, like, call me, man. Like, I'm seeing something here and just my jaw's dropped. I can't believe it. This is what the defense was saying happened, and the evidence that they showed. And
I mean, they really did put Ernie on trial.
Yeah.
To save Shelby's ass. And the whole point is there was enough there to do it. To have a case with it.
Now, did you hear Ernie tell his flock the other day that he called down there and he told that prosecutor off and cussed him out, and the prosecutor said, "You wasn't on trial."
Yeah, he said it was just the other day he talked to him.
Yeah, when I confronted him about that tonight, I was like, Ernie, you know that phone call didn't go the way you said it did. You didn't call down there running that mouth and Parker Boggs say, okay, Ernie, no. He said, well, I did call him. Okay, you did call him. I believe that. And he did say that I wasn't ever on trial. That's the truth.
That's about all it was, the truth.
Well, I mean, what else would Parker Boggs say?
Right.
Like, you didn't call down there and cuss him out, or you would have got hung up on real quick. He don't need to deal with you. Who are you? You're convicted murderer's brother. What credibility do you have? You almost set him free because of your. Oh, I just saw that Kickstarter moped.
Yep.
You almost set him free because your credibility was so bad. You made the prosecution look bad for having you as their star witness. It was you. You think Parker Boggs is going to sit there and listen to you yell at him? Nope. And you
ain't got no reason to.
You know, if Ernie would have called down there yelling and demanding and talking shit, he would have had it on tape, right?
Oh yeah.
It definitely would have been recorded.
Well, he don't want to ruin the chances of not being able to get that court case either. He claims he's going to go and buy the prosecution part.
Yeah, he can go there and get it, but you got to pay for it.
Yeah, and go ahead. It's the same shit we've put up.
Yeah. Hell, I mean, all you got to do is go download it off the stand. He's been cutting and taking pieces off of it anyway, using it as his content,
right?
Without giving us credit, without commentating, just blatant breaking the fair use laws.
Being a con, yeah.
Yeah. Just more thievery from Ernie Shell.
Yep. Just like he took credit for masks that he didn't make.
Yeah.
He took credit for wrestling events he didn't do. He's just full of shit.
Well, I'm just going to tell you right now, like, if I were actually jealous of Ernie, I don't think I could look at myself in the mirror.
Yeah, I was going to say waking up every morning would be hard.
Like, dude, look who worships you, man. Like Lisa Williams, Lisa Bertoni. Like, look at my wife. Like, I think she's beautiful. Married my high school sweetheart, been together since high school. Got 4 children that I actually see, that I'm a father to, and that you guys got a glimpse of tonight. Hey, you guys put a heart in the chat for my kids. Did you see how they handled that woman tonight? Like, laughing and waving at her, and with her cussing and screaming at their dad. Did you see how they handled that with grace and dignity?
Mm-hmm.
That woman can't spell dignity.
You can't even spell singular.
Yeah. But, as far as jealousy goes, like, I don't know, she says I'm jealous of his YouTube channel. Dude, I told you, and I've told you guys, I appreciate every one of you, but it wouldn't matter to me if we had 50,000 people or 5 people. I'd still be here talking to you. I'd still be bringing you the truth about Ernie and trying to shut his lies down so we wouldn't hurt anybody anymore. That's the reason why we're doing what we're doing, is to keep Ernie from hurting people.
Lisa.
And it's not just about the scams. Like, he's not just taking money under false pretenses. He's also verbally abusing women, threatening them.
You see that comment?
Can I ask something? There was something flying on YouTube streets when Brian Laundrie was missing. So is it true Ernie was involved in the searches? He can't even find a flat to live, and he wanted to find him. Actually, very famously, Ernie searched for Brian Laundrie himself.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
In the Hartford area.
Asked the government, because he said, we don't have the resources. We know where Brian Laundrie's at, within 30 freaking miles, he said.
Mm-hmm.
We know where his drop-off points are. We know all the cars that are bringing in supplies.
Now, do remember, guys, this is off of one tip that was found to not have any credibility.
Yeah.
He based all of this bullshit on that one tip.
But they did their interviews. They've spoken to this one and that one, and they know where he's at. And you can fool the FBI by using, by changing cell phones, but you can't fool me. I'm smarter than that. And then he made this one video we got. He's pointing his little crooked finger, and he goes, I can't wait to get my hands on you. You know what?
I think that's posted on this channel, too.
Yeah. Brian Laundrie, the whole time, was laying in like 6 feet of water, dead, with a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Mm-hmm. And Ernie was in East Tennessee, North Carolina border, talking smack, pretending that he's on a hunt.
Yeah. So, yeah, Ernie claimed that. He did absolutely claim that on the YouTube streets and everywhere. He was going to hunt down Brian Laundrie. And all he needed was the resources. That was one of his scams. He was getting people to send him money so his team could eat.
Hey, Redstone. How you doing? Sorry. I just seen Redstone's in the house tonight.
Do you remember that when he was asking for donations so his team could eat?
Mm-hmm.
They were searching for hours every day for Brian Laundrie, climbing the mountains and going through the Appalachian Trail. Mm-hmm. If you want to donate, please send money to the Cash App so my team can eat.
Yep. That was quite amusing watching him running around.
The scammer inside
the mountains there in Tennessee, acting like he was hunting. He even got his military duds on. Got out there with a rifle and all kinds of stuff, acting like he was doing something. Folks, I was raised around there. The places he was running around and stomping around are some of the most highly trafficked areas of the Appalachian Trail. Okay? There's a bunch of hostels back in there, lots of hikers. Like, he was trying to set up just like he did in Kenosha. He showed up acting like he was executive security. Well, he was trying to work this whole situation so he can pull that money in on his Cash App. Get them funds. And like they started up a GoFundMe to buy equipment for the manhunt, which was against the policies of GoFundMe. So that was reported and taken down. Like they tried everything. Like, I think it was 4 or 5 videos he made talking about if they just had the means, they'd find Brian. Like, no, dude, you can't find your Packer. You ain't finding Brian Laundrie. Like, give it up, man. I mean, it's a weak scam, and the weak fall for it. Now, they could be in a time of their life that they're at a weak point and they fall for it, but it's still, that's the point. That's who you prey on. That's what you do. You find the people with those weaknesses and you hit them. You're wrong, man. You're wrong. That's our brothers, our mothers, our sisters, our fathers. It's all of it. Leave them the fuck alone. Go get some damn help. Sorry.
So, go back to this, way back to the jealousy thing. And I told you Ernie came looking for a job as a wrestler, claiming he was the NWA wrestling star. Mm-hmm. None of that ever panned out. He was, liar, pants on fire. Anybody who ever worked with him in the wrestling ring knew he wasn't a wrestler, knew he was, just a big phony. Everything he's ever done is a phony. So that's how I met him. So then, he knows I have a wrestling ring. So he wants to rent it so he can run reality fighting, is what he called it, which is now known as MMA. He claims he started it. And then Jimbo was jealous and saw money and wanted to do it. Well, if you order my book, which I got the books in today, by the way,
Hell yeah.
I'll
I'll be
mailing those out to those who've ordered tomorrow. I'm going to the post office first thing, and you should be getting them real soon.
I was gonna say I'll be giving you my address.
But it's the first chapter of the book is about MMA. About the MMA show is how Ernie rented my ring and tried to screw me over on the money. So when I made him pay up front, or I would take the ring down, he started cussing and calling names. I wasn't there. I had a person deliver the ring for me. I was actually wrestling as a professional wrestler in another place, but my guy wouldn't put the ring up unless he got paid. So Ernie starts calling me names. That fat SOB, that fat MFer, blah, blah, blah. MF for this, MF for that. I'm going to start a wrestling show and put his ass out of business. Guess what? Warrior FC was born. As soon as he said that, he was going to put me out of business. I told my guy, I said, you just go down there and tell all those fighters, I'll be running a MMA show. If they want to fight for a real promoter who can run a real event and do it the right way, they come fight for me. And almost every single one of them did.
Mm-hmm.
And the most successful MMA company in the history of Kentucky mixed martial arts was born. Ernie never, after that night, never ran another reality fighting show. That was his last one. Now, me, I ran nearly 200 over the next several years. There were some months where I would go from county fair to county fair running on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, every week of the month, depending on, where we were at. So wasn't jealous. I just put his ass out of business.
Mm-hmm.
And he was never heard from again in MMA. Not until he came to fight for Daddy. When he came back to Daddy's show and stepped in Daddy's cage, and then Tim Black whipped his ass on Daddy's show.
And his brother's ass got
He lost
whooped.
in a minute. Oh, yeah, and he lost to Bobby Rudder.
I don't know what that means.
Bobby Rudder. Listen, I'm going to look up his record. Bobby Rudder's a nice guy.
Is that like Ricky Bobby?
No, but he's like the worst MMA fighter in the history of the world.
God.
He's probably lost 100 fights. And Shelby could whip him. And Ernie and Shelby lost on the same MMA event at Daddy's show. But, Warrior FC was successful. Very successful. Way more success. I don't even remember Ernie's name of his company. I think it was Shit Show Shell. But it was never heard from again. Now, several years down the road, Kentucky, there is a video somewhere, Sean. I'll try to find it. Like I said, I didn't even know Shelby then. I just knew he was Ernie's brother. Ernie brought him to fight and set him up to get his ass whipped. But anyway, and then he went back to prison shortly after, and the rest is history. But I lost my train of thought.
You're talking about Shelby and
we were talking about later on. Kentucky started regulating MMA, so you have to get a license now. And I was instrumental, myself and a couple other real promoters, in setting those regulations. We were there for all the meetings with the Kentucky Boxing and Wrestling Authority. We helped, and I'm not trying to be Ernie like saying writing deals and laws, but we helped write the regulations. Most of them were adopted from Nevada because Nevada sets the,
Tone.
standard
Yep.
in that kind of thing in combat sports. But, we gave our input. She's not laughing. She's panicking. She's panicking back there. She's just dying to get outside that door.
See mama.
Yeah. But once it required a promoter's license, Ernie was definitely done. He could never get a promoter's license. You have to get a surety bond to get a promoter's license in Kentucky. Okay? Now they check your credit score, they check your background, your criminal background, they check all that stuff, and they do a thorough check. So, needless to say, Ernie has never had a promoter's license in Kentucky. Never. That's why he did his Bluefield, West Virginia scam show in West Virginia, because you don't have to have a license there. It was easy. It was too easy. Too easy. So that's the MMA history. So I don't know where we would find any jealousy there. He did his hockey mask scam. I never attempted to do that because, well, it's just not my thing. I wouldn't dare try to scam people and say I could do it when I couldn't. That's what Ernie did. Ernie could not deliver, but it didn't stop him from taking people's money left and right. Scam after scam after scam.
Mm-hmm.
And there's people who ordered masks from him more than 10 years ago, and they still haven't received their mask. Eventually, he just stops responding to them. After he threatens to kill them and whip them, and, they're never going to see their kids again.
And drag them to Harlan to arrest them. And
same old stuff that you hear now. After all that, then he just blocks them, and they don't never get their mask.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't come after him because, for the most part, they send him money through PayPal, friends and family. And there's a way now you can dispute that a little bit. But back in the early days of all that, you couldn't, like, you send money, friends and family, you pretty much, are giving it away.
Screwed the pooch.
Yeah. You can't file a claim on it, because when you send that, you're saying that they're your friend or family, and you're giving it to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say, well, I paid him for a mask, because then you would be admitting lying about being friends and family. So, yeah, I never got into the hockey mask business. Never got into the fake Comic-Con, try to scam the great Dr. Sack business. He took, last I'd seen was the last claim was $35,000 from that man.
Mm-hmm. Man just recently passed.
Never saw a dime back from him.
And of course, Ernie had to make a comment about that. I think it was toward Jimbo about Dr. Sack. He's like, did he just pass away? Like, being a smartass when that scam was brought up. That's how much Ernie cared about it. And the man tried to justify what he did by saying it was a sponsorship. So once he got that money in his hand, it was his to do with whatever, which is true. But not to buy a Lexus. That's not what it was for.
Wasn't his to do whatever. When you sponsor an event, you expect return on your investment.
Mm-hmm.
And the money was to sponsor the event was for him to advertise with and to make the show successful, the event successful. Well, he didn't. Like you said, all he did was buy a Lexus, which right after the event, he ran in a ditch and said, I wrecked because I'd been up for 24 hours and nobody cared. Lost all my friends over it. Lost all my friends. All y'all haters caused me to lose my friends. I see who my real friends are. So there wasn't no jealousy there. You big nose crazy bitch. There never was no jealousy there. She specifically said I was jealous of his women. I have a beautiful wife, 4 beautiful children. Don't need no other woman. I did ask her about her husband. Where's he at? She didn't have no answer, I don't think. She's just screaming and puffing that nose out. Flames coming out.
Well, I was going to say, her husband was around when she first started watching Ernie. And then all of a sudden, his picture disappears.
Yeah.
So, and that was when Ernie, around the time he was going to New York for his executive job, 100,000 a year. She even name dropped the people that were supposedly his sponsors. I wonder what happened to that. If she was so confident about it, where's it at now? You know? It's wild. But yeah, she talked a lot of smack. And she's seen the live stream with Bama, Little Red Riding Hood. She's seen that. We made sure she saw, at least that it was playing. And of course, she tried to act like she was mulling over what she was getting into. No, she was just straight up fake, dude. That was all fake.
Yeah. It is kind of nuts. Lori Rogers, it's just nuts. It is. And, I kind of expected to get dragged into a little bit of a, I don't know, verbal altercation with them freaks eventually. Because, all they do is slander and talk bad about people, like sending messages to the school saying that I'm a predator and shouldn't be around children. And then you saw how she acted to my kids tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It really is sad that they can't be adults. And I just asked Ernie, to come clean on, why are you scamming people? And just show something wonderful that you're doing. Show this great cause that you're working for. Let's see it. Prove me wrong. I'll leave you alone. But he can't prove me wrong because he's the whole time collecting information from victims and then using that against them, coming against them, women, threatening them. You guys, you some of you know, but
Yeah, that's what
a lot
Lisa.
of you haven't seen the things he's saying to these people. And let me tell you, when Big Nose Williams ever crosses Skirndog, he will attack her unabashedly, and he will make fun of the way she looks way worse than I ever could.
Yep, he's going to be talking that filter talk. That's definitely what he'll be doing.
And I saw they put up on their screen tonight from some lady named Angel said, "Jimbo, you keep my name out of your mouth." What was that even about?
No idea. I don't even know who Angel is. Oh, you might be one of the mods.
It is one of their mods, but I don't know who she is. Like I've never speak about her.
I don't know.
I mean, unless she's got a guilty conscience about something and groups herself into some of the stuff we say, which is very possible.
Yeah. I mean, people do manipulate shit. They gaslight,
Yeah.
A lot of people like to gaslight. But, yeah, man, that was wild, man. It was like, at least he kept his chihuahua on a leash.
Did he?
Yeah, sort of. She stayed inside of her little zone. She tried to come through. She can't, though.
I don't know. I don't think she was on a leash at all. I thought she was put her face up in the thing and was screaming over everybody, calling MFer SOB in front of my kids. I don't think she was on a leash at all.
I didn't say tamed. I just said on a leash.
Oh, okay. But you better be glad she lives up there in Pennsylvania. That Dodge dealership she works at. No, I wouldn't buy a car off of her.
Mm-mm.
Her aligning herself with people who are implicated in murders.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ernie wasn't on trial per se, but the defense put him on trial per se.
Mm-hmm.
The defense 100% put him on trial.
And they sold it. 6-6 hung jury.
Yeah.
No shadow of a doubt on that one. That one was a 6-6er. You never hear of 6-6. At least I haven't. It's not normal.
Well, Angel's the one that was on there saying
talking shit about Jamie, wasn't it?
Jamie was, yeah, she was talking shit about me, but she was saying Jamie's name. She's saying Jamie's a basketball coach. Jamie lost his job.
Yeah, I heard that nonsense. Yeah.
She didn't even know who she's talking about.
And she was sitting there telling lies about the wrong person.
That's one of those highly uneducated people who follow blindly without checking everything out.
Yep.
Saw what happened when Doug checked it out. Ernie said, check me out. Doug checked it out, and then, whoa.
And Doug did have help finding that out.
Yeah.
He had really good people helping him find that out. So, but still the point. Anybody with any kind of morals or logic knows what's going on. They see it. I guess these people are lacking quite a bit of it. Because if you're going to go on and you're going to talk about somebody and you're going to have it twisted like that and then say the fucking things you said, like, really? It's a clown show. Straight up clown show. Constantly. Parading ignorance up there on your little live streams, Ernie. Feeding these people all kinds of shit. If you are a supporter of Ernie and you're listening to this, go and look at the facts that we have posted on this channel. I'm trying to help you. Go and look. There's a reason why we put time into this and we don't get paid for it. There's a real damn reason, folks. You need to go and look at what we've put out there, because these are facts. It ain't just about this trial. It's a lot of stuff. And we bring the receipts. We don't just sing it out. We bring it.
Yeah.
It's constant. You guys, go look at our channel. Quit bullshitting yourselves. Quit drinking the Kool-Aid for 5 minutes. Go look.
Yeah. Well, I would have thought that would have been all right up Gigi's alley. That day she was talking to Tina on the phone, talking about, what a powerful investigator she was. And, while she was
diver,
literally laying on her couch, down on her couch, smoking, pulling up a Google on her phone and Googling the trial and saying, wow, I found it right here. It's
reading the same lane.
Reading it word for word, like what we've already discussed a million times, the highlights from the trial. Here's a video of Pamela Steedham. It's Stidham.
Dingleberry.
It's Stidham, not Steedham. Well, that right there shows you how highly uneducated she is.
Yep. She's a con, just like the others.
Yeah. And she said, that's an interesting name. I need to look into that. Did you look into it?
What'd you find out?
Because I'll tell you what we found out. We found out that there was more than what she saw on the stand in that little excerpt from the news. which was pretty bad. What she
Well,
said that the news highlighted was, I put it on the post-it note. If anything ever happens to me, Ernie Shell's behind it.
well,
And he put a pillow to my head and a gun. You know how Ronnie King was murdered? One of the things that was never released to the public until the trial. And like I said, Pam couldn't see the trial. She was a witness. Wasn't allowed in there. You know how he was murdered?
pillow to the head.
Pillow, and then a gunshot wound to the head.
Mm-hmm. And another thing that the news station didn't report, Gigi, is that your boy Ernie Shell touched Pamela's 14-year-old daughter.
Well, in the trial, she also has a hard drive that belongs to Ernie. Did you hear Ernie's excuse for making fake IDs tonight? Making fake bounty hunter IDs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was for Eastern Tennessee something agency, man. We was doing that for that. Oh, okay, Ernie. Okay. I mean, he's always got a lie to cover up a lie.
Sorry, I'm reading a message.
Yes, Angel, you did say Jamie. And you are very mistaken about the facts that you spoke about Jamie/Jimbo. You need to check into that. Once you get Big Nose Godzilla there to give you the information to the school she contacted and see what was said. I know what you said on that show that happened. Why don't you check a little further into it?
Yeah.
I know what I said that you guys took and ran with.
You really need to check the facts.
I fed it to you, and you took it and ran with it, which shows me that you ain't really watching what's going on. Yeah. You heard it, and then you repeat it without checking into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. You know, you don't know me.
Nope.
On there calling people predators and stuff. You said you heard it and didn't say it. Okay. Anyway, it's good to have you here, Angel. Thank you for coming over and watching the show. Appreciate it. Yeah, you did say the rumor. You did. Which is spreading rumors and not very professional. You know, you guys want to talk about spreading all these lies. You call Benny a predator? You didn't call Jamie a predator? You didn't say nothing bad about Jamie? Somebody needs to send me that clip. We'll play it right here. I know Jamie played it like 10 times on his live. I heard it over and over and over again.
Hey, Angel, can I tell you a little secret? Your boy Ernie, he's a predator.
What am I twisting?
Okay.
Tell me how I'm twisting something. Go ahead and say it. What's being twisted? I'm giving you your opportunity here. What's being twisted? She's still here? She typing? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm giving you an opportunity here to tell everybody here what I'm twisting. You know, the people who have subscribed to the stand that listen to what we're saying, they're here. Here's your opportunity. Tell them what a bad guy I am. Tell them what you got on me. I won't twist it. I said it was a rumor that Jamie is a predator. And you don't understand by saying that. You never said it was a fact that I was fired. No, that's how Ernie and all these people are working. Like, you won't come out and say it because then you can be held accountable for it.
Yep.
You say, well, I heard.
You dance around it.
Yeah. I heard this. I heard that. And then you, as I stated just a few minutes earlier, I have never seen your name come out of my mouth or said anything to or about you. But they highlighted your little post on Ernie's show there a while ago that said, Jimbo, keep my name out of your mouth. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What did I say about you? Exactly, Katie. Perfect. Criminal justice major. You know that rumors aren't evidence. Hearsay can't be admitted into the trial.
Correct.
Rumors. But rumors do ruin a reputation. Was that the goal?
Ask yourself this, Angel. Why does your boy put rumors out about himself? Bad ones. Why does he do that? Maybe because he wants to water down the real shit. Do your research. Look up Ernie Shell. It's not hard to find anymore.
Google search Ernie Shell. Google search Jimbo Collins. See which one comes up better.
With a pile of shit next to their face.
I'm just telling you. Like, you're not going to see. Oh, I got something here. Let me see. Let me send this to Matt so I can. Just a second.
Word.
Exactly. That was the point, is what you guys are doing. What am I doing? Whose character am I trying to destroy? Ernie's?
Ernie did a good job of that on his own. We're posting what he's put out there, Angel. Do your fucking research.
You talking about Ernie's character? Tell me what I've said that's incorrect about Ernie that would destroy his character.
That he didn't do himself.
For the record, Matt, she was in Kenosha while Ernie was working. Were you there with Ernie? Do you know Ernie was working security there? Because I know for a fact he wasn't, and I have receipts.
Yes, we do. Dumbass.
We know who. No, you don't need to call her names, man.
Sorry.
That ain't, Sorry. That's Ernie's. That's Ernie's going to do that. Like Lisa Williams come on and start screaming at people and cussing. Like, I have show me criminal records from a court of law. Criminal records. Oh, you mean when Ernie goes, I have no criminal records. I have no criminal records. We have posted on the stand in the community where Ernie paid restitution. You understand, if you're a criminal justice major, you understand that innocent people never pay restitution, right?
Nope.
You do understand that, right? Oh, that's civil, not criminal. It's civil when you spend 30 days in jail, and that if you don't pay restitution, you're going to go back to jail.
Do your research. We got the paperwork.
That's civil. So if he hadn't paid the restitution, he would have had to go back to jail. Is that civil? I don't think you're. I don't think you're presenting a good argument here at all.
Nope.
Of course.
Like I said, do your research, Angel. You've not done the research.
No. You don't want to do no research, man.
You can word game all you want to.
I thought she was going to come. I thought when she came in here and, she's going to hang out here and she was going to bring something, but she ain't bringing nothing. Like, She's just like Ernie.
Yep.
Just like Ernie.
Well, that's how it happens.
Criminal record. I have no criminal record. I have no criminal record.
When
Well,
you defend a person like Ernie, you're sort of empty-handed.
what about child support?
Yeah.
Criminal justice major. If you've been arrested for child
Non-payment.
support, is that civil? If you spend time in jail over time support or child support, is that civil or is it criminal?
Or what about his charge in Georgia? And let's not even talk about the crimes that he's not been charged for. Do you know he's got an active, a criminal summons in Kentucky, in Floyd County, and he knows about it? Do you know that, Angel?
Yeah, and that's criminal. That's a criminal summons, not a civil summons. It's a criminal summons.
So look that up.
Can you guys see the screen there? Put a 1 up in the chat if you can see the screen. I'm going to go over a couple things here. And when Ernie can match this, then I will come on here and I'll say, I'm jealous, Ernie. I'll say that. When he can match what I'm getting ready to show you, I will say I'm jealous, Ernie. All right, here we go. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 pictures of kids in a picture with their coach, Jimbo. I've got my beard dyed pink with those girls, dyed green for this green team. And in this picture right here, you can't hardly see it, but there was 100 kids there. 100 kids there to say thank you to me. I didn't know. It was a surprise. It was a surprise to me. Look at there. You see any mass pictures of kids with Ernie? All those kids he's rescuing. 8,000 kids a day.
Mm-hmm.
Look here. I'll read that for you. A truly great coach. Coach Jimbo. That's one of my players right there. That's one of my players. That player right there had that blanket made for me. That blanket right there is me and him in that picture. And on the other side of that blanket, it says, never take a good coach for granted, especially a coach who cares for you as a person and not just an athlete. Now, that wasn't something he found on Google. Those are his words. Those are that boy's words. There's another team. That boy right here, I got the arrow over, that's my son. The one that the big nose bitch was cussing in front of tonight. It's my son. And there's big fat hunchback of Notre Dame, Jimbo. Coach. There we go. Coaching girls. Coaching girls. This little girl's team right here, undefeated. Undefeated. They threw me a party at the end of the season. Surprise party. Oh, not just kids. I said I'm well respected to my community. This is a professional basketball team. This little fat guy right here in the bottom right-hand corner, that's their coach. Coach Jimbo. We were ranked number 1 in the nation. We lost 2 games all year, both of them in overtime. Woo, there we are in Philadelphia, wearing our American flag uniforms. Look at all them kids. There's their coach, Coach Jimbo. Don't see Ernie in none of those pictures, do you? He was there on a lot of those trips. He went on my dime. stayed in my hotel room, ate the food that I bought. But he didn't coach them. He didn't even have nothing to do with them. Oh, there's another team full of girls. That girl right there I got my arm around, that's my daughter. You know, the one that was in here a while ago and that foul-mouthed, big-nosed beast was calling me an MFer in front of? My daughter. There's another team full of girls. Team full of girls. All these girls right here right now are playing high school ball on very successful high school teams. And most of them play on separate teams. But they all met me at the rec center and wanted to play on my travel team. Look at that picture. Crossover Hoops, AAU, 14U, national champions. Philadelphia, PA. Corbin Warriors, 50. Maryland Jaguars, 49. Maryland Jaguars produce such players as Kevin Durant and Michael Beasley. Yeah, I don't help kids at all. I'm a scumbag. Should be around kids. There's another picture full of girls that I coach. Oh, look at my shirt, Matt. Can you see that?
I can't read it.
0 excuses.
Rule number 76. No excuses. Play like a champion.
Look at this picture. We were the Stars. Our colors blue and white and gray. I got me a blue and white wig, painted my face blue and white for a championship game. We won. Look at here. Look at that group of kids. Look at them. See that little bitty girl right there in the front? That's my daughter. That's my lesbian daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Look at there. That boy right there is a senior in high school right now, getting ready to graduate. Love that kid. He loves me too. He texts me on my birthday. Go to those boys. This kid right here on the right side of me, they're brothers, by the way. Kid on the right side of me, signed to play football at the University of Kentucky.
That's awesome.
This kid on the left is now 6'5".
Wow.
We are at a church party. That's my preacher right back there in the background. But I'm a scumbag. Look at all these kids. Remember the picture with the kid, the shorter of the two giants?
Yeah.
That's him right in front of me right there. The little curly hair right there. He's got a big white man afro now, but that's him. That's when they were in 5th grade. That team went undefeated. This boy on the left, the far left, and the boy like almost looks like he's standing up. Those two kids, they're twins. Those are the twins I got custody of when their parents needed me. I'm a scumbag. There's my boy that's 6'5" now with the white man afro. Better picture of us. That's our championship trophy right there. Undefeated. That's one of the twins. He just ran my first 5K with me after I had surgery. Okay. That's all the pictures of the kids. You get the gist? Like, some of us claim to help children. Some of us claim to affect children's lives. Some of us actually do.
Now, let me ask you
got
this.
Godzilla wanting me to be fired, be taken away from those kids. Why?
Didn't Ernie sign away his rights to his son?
He did.
Yeah. Thought he did.
Why am I so jealous?
Yep.
Is my life that awful? Is my life that bad that I'm so jealous of Ernie Shell?
Mm-hmm.
Good God Almighty!
Won't even take care of his own, man.
And you know, I never like show these posts. These pictures are for me, but like for memories. I just wanted to show, like, somebody came in our chat last night and said, "You say you're well respected in your community, but does anybody else say that?" Well, I think so. I think so. I think if myself and Ernie ran for office in my community,
Oh yeah.
I don't think, and it doesn't matter what office it'd be,
Not
Ernie would
done
not get a vote.
him.
Ernie would not get a single vote. So there's a difference between somebody who helps kids and does it for free. All those pictures, especially like the ones where we're in Pennsylvania, those are on my dime. I didn't take no money from the parents. Now the parents paid for their own hotel rooms when they went and watched. But as far as uniforms, as far as traveling, paying for tournaments, that's all me. I didn't ask nobody for Cash App to do it. I didn't ask nobody for PayPal to do it. Everything I did was me, like real me, not fake bounty hunter, not fake children saver, like, and I did it out of the goodness of my heart. Now I say I work, and I'm using air quotes, at the school. They pay me $500 a season, not a week, a season.
Right.
I drive an hour to get to the school every day, an hour to get back home, and I spend about 4 hours working with the kids. So I make about 10 cents an hour on the season, if that. And then I turn around when I get that $500 check. I'm getting ready to get one here in about 2 weeks. I'll turn around and I will throw a party for the kids at the end of the season at the trampoline park, and I'll pay for it out of that money. So there's real people who really care for kids, and then there's Ernie, and then there's Lisa Williams. Can I ask, the pic after this one said Ernie can't buy a firearm. Can I speculate? I'll look at it and see. I can't remember what it was.
What is it?
I can't remember what that is. That was a Facebook post, I guess somebody sent me, that somebody posted that. Yeah, that's from 2 years ago. Somebody was sending me that. Oh, that was Ernie.
Yeah.
That's on Ernie's Facebook.
Yes. That's
okay.
why
I'll explain it. I'll read it. Ernie Shell. I was just denied a firearm and was wondering why that is when I work as an armed security guard and have those licenses. Also, your website, EDOCIJC or whatever it is, does not work. So how the hell am I supposed to appeal a bogus claim when your agency doesn't even have your stuff together? Angry face. So that's the first time I'd ever really paid attention to that picture. But that's
seems like he likes to tell people he owns a gun too, though.
That's one of the receipts that we haven't brought to you yet.
So,
that's from Ernie's Facebook page. Ernie telling people he can't get a firearm.
But he
has no criminal record.
But he's telling people recently that he has one and he carries it with him. Think about it. No joke. I'm sitting here seeing the messages pop across my screen telling me. And you can't make it up, man. This is Ernie's little fucking twisted world, man.
I'm going back reading through the comments. I'm missing some stuff. I'm going to go back up.
Yeah.
I was going through my pictures, guys. I didn't see a lot of the chat, so I'm going to look some of it over.
Guys, thanks for keeping that information flowing. We do have some things in the works behind the scenes that going to pop some things off once they come out. You guys you're going to love it. Everybody's going to love it except for Ernie and his people. That's for sure. But we promise we've got some things coming. thanks for the new people that messaged today, emailed. Um, thanks for everything you're letting us know, all the information you're giving us, all the receipts you're giving us. It's beautiful. It's constant. The flow hasn't really stopped at all, and that means that network's growing, guys. We thank you.
Was Angel in here? Did she hang out and see all that stuff, or did she get her say in and leave?
I think she just got her say in and left. I don't think any. I think she had all of our mods blocked or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she did when she came in and was just readily admitting that she was a rumor spreading idiot.
Yep.
I didn't say it. I just said it was a rumor. So you just saying you're spreading rumors.
Yep. That's exactly what she said. Sorry, I called her a dumbass, but I mean, she's lying about one of my friends.
Oh, she got her ass kicked out of here.
Did she?
I think so. Yeah.
But still, spreading rumors about one of my friends. Some bad rumors. Rumors that are not true. That have no receipts. And you just take them and run with them. But you want to sit here and argue with us about what we're saying, and we have the receipts. Make that make sense, Angel, because I know you can hear me. Make it make sense. It don't make sense. I'll go ahead and tell you. It don't. So whatever Ernie's got on you or whatever, so be it, man. But keep it over there.
I'm getting ready to see you. There's another picture that I forgot that I'm going to share. These two boys are. There was pictures of them in there, but there was one picture that I took from one of them's Facebook. I'm going to send it to you, Matt, so I can pull it up on that screen.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. See if this is it.
Yeah, but Ernie admits he can't pass the check to get a gun. But he's a fugitive recovery agent. He works alongside law enforcement. And if anybody was watching him this summer, he was wearing a pistol on his side quite often. But he's not allowed to have one. Wonder what's up with that. I know he don't have a badge, but he wears one. And he has handcuffs. What's he trying to play? You know?
Mm-hmm.
But I never said I was law enforcement. You don't have to, man. You're still acting it out like you did in New York with Thelma's baton.
Right.
Like, really, dude? That and the needle. You know. They ain't proved nothing, no. Ain't proved nothing. Did you get it?
Got it coming up.
Word.
Coming up.
Oh, yeah.
You don't like those uncomfortable silences from me, do you?
No, I don't know if I should.
You afraid I fell asleep?
Crank up? No, I do that. That's my job.
All right.
That's my burden to carry.
This is from one of my players. These boys are not kin to each other. They're not actually twins, but they both have the same last name. They both played on my team last year. And this boy right here is going with me this weekend, staying with my family in my hotel room. And this is his post on October 20th, 2021. It says, man, do I miss the Sizemore twins. That's what I call those two boys. And Jimbo. He helped me improve so much. I got close to his son and his wife. I always will remember them all.
Yeah, but what impact has he had on his community? Huh, guys? Huh, GG? Like, seriously, man. Y'all, you bump your gums together, you don't know anything. You claim to be a diver. Dive then. Find the truth. It's right out there. We've laid it out for you.
If Gigi's in here, she's got to be with her husband's chat name or channel because we blocked her ass before she came, before the show started.
So, but yeah, she runs that mouth just like Tina. They both crazy. Um,
Thank you, Katie. Thank you. I appreciate that. And listen, I don't, like I'm not, tooting my own horn. I'm just saying, like, these kids mean the world to me, and
mm-hmm.
some of them, like, there may be things going on in their home, and basketball might be their way to get away. And if I'm not down there giving free lessons at the school where I have a key to the gym, if they take that away from me, who have you hurt, Ernie? Who have you hurt?
Yep.
Godzilla, the big nosed reindeer. Who have you hurt? Is it me? No, I told you. I don't, I'm not losing any money financially. Like, I give the money back anyway. You're hurting these kids. Like, you are playing games you don't need to be playing. You are destroying lives that you don't even know about. What is wrong with you? Get on there and start yelling because your boyfriend got his feelings hurt. Cussing, screaming with my kids in the room. You MFer, you low life SOB. Who are you? Who are you, Godzilla? What is wrong with you?
A rabid beast is what she is.
And our content on YouTube is listed for 18 and up. So when I get on here and I'm talking about Ernie and what a dipshit dumbass he is, and Lisa Williams, big Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nose, and her Godzilla blowing ass, looking ass, those kids aren't going to see that. I don't mix YouTube with basketball. Some of us are professional. Some of us do real stuff. Some of us don't pretend to be working at the border. Some of us don't pretend to be a bounty hunter. Some of us actually do what we say we're doing.
Yeah.
This weekend, I'm going to be coaching the Kentucky Warriors in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We're going to go down there and win a championship. And if we don't win, we'll learn. Because we don't believe in losing. You don't lose, you learn. But those are some of the lessons I teach those kids. What are you teaching them, Ernie? What are you teaching them? You teaching the parents how you can snatch their kid up in less than 12 seconds and throw it in the van?
Or to throw up hand signals to people that aren't there.
That's awesome, Katie. That's awesome. We have a lot of kids that, like I said, they're the last league that my wife and I ran. Like, we ran it for the children. There wasn't like we bought the uniforms, and they weren't t-shirt uniforms either. They were legit basketball reversible uniforms for 500 kids. Like, we took our tax money because I don't make a big ton of money on disability. Now, my wife is self-employed. We sell puppies, and we do file taxes. I do have 4 children. I got a bunch of taxes back several years. We take our tax money and we put it back into the community. So you on here blowing your nose and nostrils and saying, how many houses have you been kicked out of? I don't know. Were you there? Did you help me move? Were you? I've never been homeless. I don't remember getting kicked out of any houses. It seems like it'd be something I'd remember. Now, Ernie's been kicked out of places. I know he got kicked out of Buffalo, New York. What? 2 months ago, Matt? 3 months ago?
It was right around Thanksgiving.
Oh, been a little, 4 months then, maybe. Yeah. About 4 months, maybe. But
it was he was going to go to Wisconsin because of his father at Halloween, and then he ended up at Niagara Falls, and then drove around a little bit, and then went back to New York. and was there. It was probably the week before Thanksgiving, I'm thinking.
So he was kicked out of that place. You know why? He stunk. He was there for 3 or 4 days and didn't take a bath,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't brush his teeth. See if this sounds familiar. Took the woman's car, used all her gas, used all her money. Sound familiar?
Oh, yeah.
We got 10, 15 women told us the same story that don't know each other, that haven't heard that story. It's not a coincidence anymore, Ernie. You're a predator. Let's see. I have watched several channels recently on Earn. Only question is, Shelby's DNA was on the mayor, right? There shouldn't be disinformation out there. Are y'all and you're all the only ones I've seen that have facts. No, there was no DNA of Shelby's at the crime scene whatsoever. Was not on, in, or around the mayor or found in the home, period.
Yep. And if Ernie's would have been there, it would have tested close enough. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Ernie and Shelby and Amber, which Amber is the one who's telling the stories, and Ernie and Shelby are the one relaying it, just like these rumors that Angel was spreading, saying there was multiple DNA and didn't match nobody. There was one DNA profile at the scene. One DNA profile at the scene. Did not match Shelby. Therefore, probably didn't match Ernie. The prosecution admits they did not ask Ernie for a DNA sample. They admit that. So Ernie never did refuse that. But no, the DNA did not match Shelby.
but Brooke, you're gonna run into a lot of misinformation out there. You can be assured that here at the stand, we will squash any kind of rumor that we know for a fact is a rumor.
Yeah, even if it doesn't, like paint Ernie bad, I'm not gonna lie about it.
There's no reason to lie. He does enough on his own.
Right.
So we're trying to make sure that everybody knows the facts, not made up. And if you've been paying attention, you've seen Ernie even thank Jimbo for that a couple of times tonight. I mean, so it's not that we're trying to help him out per se, but we're not gonna be dishonest about what we're doing, because that kills everything that we're trying to do. Makes us look like a hypocrite. So yeah, feel free to check out our channel. We've got a lot of stuff on this channel about Ernie. You can be assured that it's real if we're putting it out there, that we can back it up with facts. So, yeah.
Now, we have, I've uploaded today, but so many people, I hate saying anything like people ask me, or so many people will say because Ernie says that, but there's been a ton of people seriously message, email, text, Facebook, wanting to know what Shelby said in the jailhouse interview that I've talked about. And I've been saying it's almost impossible to hear, especially, trying to play it over YouTube or secondhand. Like, you have to really turn it down low and try to get all the reverb out and just try to listen real close and kind of know the mannerisms and speech patterns that Shelby uses or Ernie uses for that matter. They're very similar, but to understand. And so what I've done, and I posted those, and then a bunch of people say, well, we can't hear nothing. Well, I knew that was going to happen, but I wanted to post them anyway to give you that opportunity. And what I've done today was I sat and listened to them myself. I interpreted them as best I could. There's like 6 of them, and I've got 3. The first 3 that I've got typed out. I'm gonna read over them here in just a few minutes and talk about what was actually, what he said. Now, bear in mind, this was the day he was arrested. Hours after he was arrested and booked in the Harlan County Detention Center, WYMT News went straight over there and they interviewed him, and he talked. He gave a bunch of stories, several different ones, as a matter of fact. And we're going to go over all that too. But here in just a few minutes, I'm going to look at the text here in a minute. But I'm going to read what I've kind of interpreted as best I could. And then, you can take that and what I've said and go listen to it again and then see if you hear it a little better. Maybe that'll help. But other than that, I really don't know how to get you any clearer sound. Matt's got people he's going to check with about that are sound technicians that may be able to help. So there is, possibility we can get something out of it. But let's see. Yeah, that's what I asked. I've seen Jimbo be 100% on Ernie, even if he could have easily lied like others and made him look bad. Yeah, like, and believe me, I get no pleasure out of saying, Ernie's telling the truth about anything, because, he rarely does that. But, now Ernie's sister may be the biggest liar I've ever seen. And she is feeding so much misinformation. One bit of information I'll tell you that was in the letter to True Tragedies and has since been said to other people is that there was 2 sets of DNA. Well, there wasn't. There was not 2 sets of DNA. And some of the stuff that Shelby claims was said in text message, those were never said. Like, he said that, they got 1,300, 1,500 pages. They actually had 1,800 pages. But some of the stuff is just not true. And I'm sure, I've heard most of it before. And even back a long time ago when I heard it originally, it came from Ernie. And I said, Ernie, did you hear that from Amber? Well, yeah, but she's watching the trial. I said, well, I don't believe that, and come find out a lot of misinformation is being spread through the Shell family. All right. So, yeah, 1,800 pages of text. Now, it's 1,800 pages of phone data, including text, and text messages were actually, they got enough data that they actually were shown what was said in the text. Like, there was one specific thing that Ernie said, or that Ernie said to Shelby in a text, that Lucinda was sick and he'd call him back in 13 minutes. This was the day he was arrested. That's an awful specific time to say, somebody's sick, I'll call you back in 13 minutes. And then 13 minutes later, there's a phone call. So it's kind of weird. But Matt, you still there? No, he's on mute. All right.
Oops, sorry.
All right. I'm going to read what I've got as the first page here or the first interview section, and then I'll stop and we can talk, answer questions, whatever you want to do. Like I said, listen to what I'm saying and then go listen to it. You may hear it clearer that way. Shelby says, this is all words of Shelby unless I say otherwise. But I took my wife to work and stuff. I called my boss first, Lee, and asked him, did he want me to work today? He said the truck ain't come yet. And I was going to go to work and stuff. and I come back and let's see what happened. I took some dude to the store. They had to go get something, the cigarette store. And I come back and I was going to buy me something to eat at Dairy Queen. Then I turned around and let's see. I was sitting in the parking lot waiting on my brother to come pick me up because he was going to spend Brother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been locked up my whole life because I didn't have nothing I do, like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, it's too high on gas, you know what I'm saying? So I told him I'd give him gas money, you know what I'm saying? If he wanted me to come and pick up, I call you, or he's, I'm sorry. So I told him, let's see, I should have double spaced this. So I told him I'd give him gas money, you know what I'm saying? If he wanted to come and pick me up, I'd buy him some shoes and clothes. He's got the text on his phone. He said, I can't talk right now. I'll call you in 13 minutes. His text showed that on the phone. And so I was waiting on him to call me and do something, So I was on the phone with one of my buddies and stuff. And about that time, a van pulls up. And they was all camouflaged up. And I didn't know who it was. I thought they was just coming to rob me because I didn't know, who it was for real. And then I seen guns and stuff. And I was like, is this for real? You know what I'm saying? And then I got off the phone and they told me to drop the phone. And it was like, it's my wife's phone. I was like, it's my wife's phone. They said, get out of the truck and drop the phone. I seen they was law then. So I told them I ain't going to drop my phone, but I will lay it on the ground. You know what I'm saying? They was saying drop the phone and like they was going to shoot me and stuff. So I put it down and laid the phone down anyway. And they was saying, get on the ground and stuff. So I get on the ground and they said, put your hands behind your back. So I put my hands behind my back. And that was the first little segment that I've got recorded. If you'll see, they're listed in chronological order. That's the first segment of the interview. It's like 2.5 minutes long or something like that. But you can hear the mannerisms, like, he says all the time, know what I'm saying? And later on he starts saying, you feel me? You feel me? You hear me? You hear me? Know what I'm saying? But very hard to understand and follow along, but it kind of shows you what they're talking about when they talk about his intellectual disability. Just a second, let me send this text.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, any questions about what he said so far in that interview? Now he's going to go on to say, that, and something he said in True Tragedies that he's been saying, I guess, since 2013 now. So 9 years is I couldn't be in two places at one time. And that's what he said to Betty on True Tragedies. So I was reading the text. But, he wasn't in two places at one time. Very famously, the part that you actually can go on Google or WINT and find part of the excerpt of the part of the interview is when he said, I was at work. They can check my records. Well, just like Doug checked Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they checked. It wasn't that hard. Hey, call the boss. You gave him the name. His name's Lee. He works at the temp service there. So they called his boss, checked his timesheet. He did not work on the day of the murder.
Mm-hmm.
He did not work on the day after the murder. He did not work the day before the murder. So his whole I can't be in two places at one time because I was in Berea at work is horseshit. But he's charismatic and he talks real fast, you know what I'm saying? And he says one thing, you know what I'm saying? And then another thing, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to keep up with, you know what I'm saying? So you want to believe him. You don't want to believe somebody's a killer. Like human nature and good, decent people, you don't want to look at somebody and say, he's a killer. You want to give him every benefit of the doubt you can possibly give him. If he says he was at work and tells you to check it out, you're automatically thinking, damn, why would he lie? But they do check it out. They do check it out. So, and even though he did not testify in trial, he had been given his Miranda rights when he spoke to WYNT. So everything he said can and was used against him in a court of law. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So there we are on that. But anybody got any questions? Did I miss anything?
Yes, Shelby
What?
did admit to committing the murder, Bo.
Yes, Shelby actually confessed on tape to me that he committed the murder and gave details about it. Of course, now the defense presented a case that Ernie and me fed him a story and told him he was going along with a joke. But if you really listen to that phone call, it wasn't no joke. It wasn't no joke. He wasn't laughing. He wasn't being funny. And why would anybody joke about something like that?
Yeah.
You know, like just not a believable story, not at all. But then you got Ernie and his credibility issues. He's a liar. 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 Everybody said he's a liar. His family says he's a liar. All of his family say he's a liar. All of his ex-girlfriends say he's a liar. His wife says he's a liar. The defense investigator says he's a liar. Says he makes fake IDs and he's not really a bounty hunter. Says they checked and he's lying about that. They proved him to be dishonest. No matter what you say, the defense did give them reasonable doubt. So there's that.
Yep. So investigate that or dive into that, GG.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's real. That's 100% real.
Now, in the second part, in the next video, it's a little bit shorter. The reporter says, "You had no idea?" And then Shelby goes, "I didn't know nothing." And then the reporter said something, but I couldn't understand what it was. He says, "I didn't know." You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's a mistake, you know? They got the wrong one at first. Now I'm going to paraphrase, but Shelby tried to say that he thought when they arrested him, he was being arrested for child support. Okay? Yeah, you heard him say there was a van load of people in camouflage that pulled up and took him in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what state they treat child support that seriously, but pretty sure it don't happen that way in Kentucky. They don't pull up in a van with camouflaged gunmen and where you think you're being robbed and then you realize it's the cops and you think, oh my God, I'm being arrested for child support. I should have paid that $70.
Right.
So just like Ernie, a lot of his stuff is just outlandish, unbelievable bullshit. Some people believe it though, just like Ernie, right? I mean, you hear some of the stuff Ernie says, and you're like, "There's no way. There's no way." But then you got 3,000 people over there sending him money, like left and right, like he's hit the jackpot. And I'm so jealous of it, Matt. I'm so jealous, so jealous.
There'll be no jealousy on this team, dude.
So Shelby, and I'm not paraphrasing now, this is what he said. I was like, I'll beat it, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm innocent, you know what I'm saying? And then the next little clip.
I wonder what he's saying. Sorry.
The next little clip, he goes, I ain't got no handgun, you know what I'm saying? My brother had a handgun yesterday, you know what I'm saying? I seen it and looked at it, you know what I'm saying? I handed it back to him. I ain't supposed to handle a gun, but I did it anyway. I called the house and told my mom and them, I'll beat it in court. I will, I mean, I didn't do it. They ain't got no evidence on me, you know what I'm saying? Now, this dude was just now arrested. And he's claiming that he thought he was arrested for child support by a SWAT team. But they ain't got no evidence on me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't done nothing. My brother, he's from Whitley County, and that's where the gun's from. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Shelby. How do you know where the gun's from? Know what I'm saying? How do you know where the gun's from? They should be able to trace that back to him somehow. I called my stepdad, and here comes good old Ernie. And that's me saying that. But I called my stepdad, and he said, well, Ernie just called and said you was going to kill us all. Well, I was just up there yesterday. Went to see my mama. If I was going to kill somebody, you don't think I would have killed them then? Mm-hmm. And that's all I got dictated today.
Right.
I started getting phone calls. I tried to take a nap, and then Kentucky game come on, and then you guys saw me face down in Godzilla.
Dude, that was awesome though, man.
That's what I was working on today. That's what we were going to talk about before Godzilla versus King Kong went down.
Yep. She's definitely a beast, a wildebeest. Like her Facebook profile actually does her justice compared to real life. She needs to stay in still pictures and hide. Maybe get a veil. I don't know. But yeah, she's just a nasty human being.
Yep. Well, I think she showed her true colors tonight.
Yep.
Like, honestly, I don't think it could have went much better for me in proving that she's the psycho stalker crazy bitch that has no regard for children whatsoever. Like the way she talked to me in front of my children.
Yep.
My son flat out asked her why. I said, son, this is the woman that's trying to get me fired from working at the school, from coaching basketball. And he just shrugged his shoulders and said, why? I said, ask her. But the whole time she was just screaming, Jimbo, you SOB, you dirty MFer. I said, my son won't ask you something. You dirty MFer. You see how you do? You see how you do? No, you see how you do? You see how you're acting?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to tell you right now, if she would have had her 15-year-old up on the screen, I damn sure wouldn't have said a cuss word.
Right.
I wouldn't have said MFer. I wouldn't have called her nothing. I would have shown respect for those children. She didn't. She didn't. Not at all.
Yeah, but they're saving them, aren't they? Bunch of phony freaks, dude. Bunch of sheep. That's what's funny about that whole damn song he plays. His people love it because it's their theme song. There's no way around that one. And the funny thing is he knows it, and he sits back and laughs. Ernie knows that these people are sheep. That's why he does this. This is part of that God complex of his. Yeah?
Yep.
Just making sure I'm not
I'm still
roboting
taking
now,
God
man.
joke. He's got God complex, and she's got Godzilla complex.
Yeah.
I'm letting you go. You said you wanted to go off on a couple rants tonight.
Well, no.
Go for it, young man.
Have you not seen that I've been booted 3 times?
I have, but you're still here now.
Yeah. It's just when I get a lot of messages, I get dinged off. I just got a lot of messages. I thought I'd lost you.
You shouldn't say you get dinged off.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't say that way. Yeah, that sheep song is ridiculous. And what was crazy is that's what he was playing when Jamie and Jimbo and Dank the Skank and all them were on there. Gigi the Skank. Gonna sit there and talk trash about somebody you don't have any idea about. You're listening to a damn liar to base what you're saying on. Do your research on Ernie Shell. Then question yourself, do I want to use any information he gives me? Because if you have any logic about you, any sanity, you're going to be like, nah, I think I'll pass. That's a hard no. So keep thinking you know something, Diver. You're going to find out just like everybody else has been finding out. We're going to roll the truth out. Like it or not, tell all the bullshit stories y'all want to. We're still bringing the factolas, the factual actuals. We ain't got a reason to bring anything but that. You have to make up stuff on people because there's nothing there. I mean, Lisa Williams or Bertoni wanting to talk about how many times Jimbo's been kicked out of houses or whatever. How long did Ernie sleep on his fucking couch, lady? How long did Jimbo and his wife and family feed that man? Why don't you know some facts before you bump your gums together? You make yourselves look stupid. You want to sit there and say Jimbo shouldn't be around kids. Personally, you shouldn't be around any human beings the way you were acting. I mean, you're just out of line, period. And you think it's cool. Well, I'm pretty sure other people around you in your life ain't going to like it too much. And we're going to make sure this video gets seen. You best believe it. So you can write all the emails and make all the calls you want. You're found. You're found out. Good luck to you. That's all I can say, lady. Well, that's stretching it.
Scott Adams. Long ass time, Jimbo's family took care
Yep.
of that. So you're right, buddy. You're right, brother. I sure did. Like, and they crucified me in the trial over it. Like, paid Ernie's cell phone bill. He must have been his lover. He paid his cell phone bill. Like, because he borrowed my daughter's cell phone. You know that little girl that was in here? The 17-year-old?
Yeah.
It's her phone. It's still her phone. It's still her phone number. Wasn't Ernie's phone. But I did let Ernie borrow that phone because she was like 8 years old at the time. He said he needed to use it. So I let him use it. You know how many times I wish I could go back and never meet that fool, man? Like, if there's one thing I could erase out of my life and never have anything to do with, it would be Ernie fucking Shell.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, man. I can see you want to do a dirty delete on that, dude. I can see it. And no matter how much he tries to kiss up to you or be nice or be like, thank you for taking up for me, Ernie, you put your ass in this sling, bro. You've been a dick to way too many people. Way too many. Nobody's bullying you. Nobody's trying to make you have a mental break. No. We just want you in an 8x8, bro. That's where it's going. And you know you belong there. And you know you've done the crimes, bro. You know it. You keep playing this bullshit, but you know it. That's why you're sweating. Because lots and lots and lots more people are talking about all your little dirty sins, buddy. Well, that was the point. We told you we're going to drag your ass into your spotlight and let everybody see your past. Now you got a bunch of ignorance running around telling a bunch of bullshit stories. And then when it gets hot, you want to message people. Thanks for taking up for me. You want to sit there on your live and say it, but yeah, you're going to turn around and shit on him again. I mean, that's all you've done, man. Anybody that's tried to help you, you have shit on them. And I can tell you, I'm sure a lot of the people in your life that you've shit on probably weren't the best people. That still don't give you the right to shit on them, dude. It don't give you the right to treat people like that. And you know the saying, karma's a bitch, karma's tenfold. You know how bad yours is about to be?
Hey,
It's bad.
you
It's
know,
horrible. Sorry.
How long has it been now? Ernie's been threatening that I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. Even just this week, like, this is the
About
week I'm going to
September.
jail. Yeah, but like Monday, he said, Jimbo, you're going to jail this week. There's something waiting on you, buddy. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you he sent me a text message this morning? Not a Facebook message, a text message from his phone to my phone.
Yep.
He said, "Thank you for telling the truth. I know we don't agree, but Shelby destroyed Betty in that letter. We may not like each other, but you are right on that." And then check this shit out. I have nothing at all against you or your family. To be honest, I have had a lot done to me that I cannot explain. I am not your enemy. Be safe and have a good day. I am working at the border. Not bad for someone who has no job, eh? Now, I've got these kinds of texts from him before, where somebody's had his phone and he didn't really say all that stuff. But this time I have nothing against you or your family. I've had a lot happen to me, to be honest, that I cannot explain. And then shortly thereafter, it's usually, hey, bro, I haven't ate. I ain't got nowhere to sleep. Can I come home? That's what usually comes after this type of text. So I wasn't going to say anything about that to many people, just my closest confidants, because I didn't even want anybody to know that Ernie messaged me, and I didn't respond to it. But that guy is playing both sides of the fence now. He thinks he's being backed into a corner, and he's getting ready to lose all he's got, like he always does, and then he's going to want to come back and say, we've always been family. We've always been friends. I loved you like a brother. You know how to look out for you. But nope, not this time. This sucker is closed. Like, I won't be a sucker no more. You ain't coming back around my family. Especially after the way you let that monster Godzilla looking freak go at my children the way they did tonight, dude.
You could have just hit mute, Ernie. That's all you had to do, dude.
You ain't nothing but a worthless piece of scumbag garbage.
Same kid that gave up his bed for you to sleep in, man. You're going to let him get treated that way, man. That shows your character, dude. That shows your narcissism. You only give a shit about you, Ernie. Just you. You don't give a shit about Tina. You don't give a shit about Xander. You don't give a shit about nobody. You don't care about your mother, your sisters, your brother, nobody. Your brothers. Sorry. It's all love fest for Ernie Shell. But that's how you got your ass in this sling, so just keep it up. You'll determine the speed of this happening, man. Because all you got to do is go get some help. Stop the shit you're doing, dude.
Thank you, Lisa B. I appreciate that. Hey, I feel that way too. Like, I feel like you guys are extended family. Like, you kind of come in here and hang out with us freaking 3 or 4 hours a night. Yep. Sometimes 5, close to 5. Like,
it's almost like a work family, man.
Yeah,
you're around each other so long, you know, it becomes a family type thing. That's good stuff. Love it.
Yeah. And dude, it's all coming back around on him like it always does. He always gets found out. You know, we're gonna in the coming days, we're gonna start sharing messages and screenshots from his hockey mask scams. And they look just like these new ones do. Like, only, you know, it's not a hockey mask now. It's YouTube. Oh, yeah, thank you. My wife just brought me some bacon and eggs. What do you think about that?
I'm pissed because I don't have a plate of it.
I have a quest.
Bacon and farm fresh eggs.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I have a quest.
You have a request? I need to mute it.
No, that lady that was on Ernie's show, I would like her to come on the panel and talk to me.
She won't.
She won't talk, Thelma. She'll scream and breathe fire.
No, she won't come on our channel anyway.
Well, I don't care which channel it is. Ernie's, ours.
Ernie will mute you and she'll make you look stupid. What they did to me.
Well, I'm just telling you. I have a few things to say.
Well, she records our shows, so she hears you, Thelma. I guarantee you she's watching right
now. You tell.
Go ahead and say it to her right now. Don't threaten her.
This is what I have to say. I'm not threatening her. You keep saying that my husband is jealous of Ernie. Okay. You tattled to a principal because my husband was picking on your grown boyfriend. Okay, that's one thing. That is the most funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh my God, principal, please make him stop. Yep. Make him stop being a bully. Okay, that is stupid. That's what middle school girls do. Mm-hmm. The other thing that I have to tell you, you keep saying that my husband is jealous of Ernie. Well, this is what I'm going to tell you. When I went to school, if a girl found out a dude had a viney weenie, we always threw him back because no girl ever wanted a viney weenie. I've been with my husband for 32 years. Guarantee you. Ain't no viney weenie.
I did not put her up to that.
Whatever.
You're like an anaconda, Ernie.
I know she's got some cards she's reading from.
I didn't know that was coming.
I'd love for them to come over here on this panel. I really would. I'm tired of these people being chicken shit and just talking away from it.
In wrestling,
anytime we go,
wrestling, my wife just put me over.
But they always run, man. They pull you on panel and silence me, won't even let me come on panel. They're scared. They don't want the 1-2 combination. That's the problem. They do not want it.
What, baby?
But they want to be allowed to sit there and run their lies and go unchecked with it. Well, there's ways around that too. So
it's childish that they're calling schools like middle school girls. I mean,
it's childish. It's actually very evil that they're even involving children.
And then she wants to say, "Why do y'all move so much?" My kids wanted a farm. They wanted chickens and goats. They wanted to grow a garden. That's why we moved. And we're not buying because we're leaving Kentucky. If she wants to know my business.
We moved to Florida eventually. We're not going to go down there and interview Donald Trump Jr., but we do want to retire in Florida.
But this last move had to do with my children. My girls wanted chickens, so we bought 20 chickens, and now I have 20 chickens of my own because my girls are terrified of them. But she needs to...
Hi, Giovanna. How you doing this evening?
I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Oh, you're fine.
I just hate hearing people say you're...
And you know, she does have a point. Like, Mama Bear does have a point. If Ernie is all that in a bag of chips, why don't he have a long-term relationship in his 42-year history of being a man? Like, why does he have
Elvis impersonator took him out, right?
Yeah, I mean, according to him, she says that her and the Elvis impersonator were just friends. But
so Ernie set that up for himself. That's awesome.
But I'll guarantee you that the Elvis impersonator is better to Jeremy than Ernie is.
Yep. Guarantee it. That kid's 100% better, or 100 times better, than what he would have with his dad in his life.
I know, Scott. We found that on that app where you can get Trump Jr. to do a little video for you.
Well, then again, don't forget what Tony said, that Ernie had called one of their friends or whatever, or a guy he knows. What I forget how he said it, but he said that he was going to have him try to fake being Don Jr. too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he thinks this shit through, dude. He really don't.
You think I hurt Ernie's feelings a little more deeply than I meant to when I call him little fella?
It's possible. I know tonight you really got to him, dude. You don't want to act like it, but you did.
Oh, dude, he knows how good Hunter's been to him. My son, he knows how good he's been. Dude, just last, like, April, maybe even May, 2021, he borrowed Hunter's GoPro that Hunter just got for his birthday. His birthday's in January, so it was, less than 6 months old. Borrowed it to do a sting operation. Well, he came back like 2 hours later and said, "I love this thing, man. How much you want for it?" I said, "That's Hunter's. It's his birthday present. He's not going to sell it." I said, "If you want to buy one, go to Walmart and get you one." And he was hoping I'd say, "Just take it, man." Because he didn't have no damn money.
Right.
He pulled up in a car that's still sitting out in front of the Hemp Cafe right now. Pulled up in that car, turned it off, and it never started again. He had to have it towed out.
What, the Magnum or whatever?
Yeah.
He's the man, though. Making $100K a year.
Yeah. He's probably getting pretty close now on YouTube. I mean, I don't even see. I don't get it. Like, to each their own. But like if I'm going to donate money, like in the super chat, like if I'm a fan of somebody, or if they say they're helping people, like I'm going to donate it to somebody who has actual results. Like I mean, there's programs and people out there who are actually doing things like that help kids. Like I don't know, there's well, even with older people, like when Shelby was robbing people, the Meals on Wheels program. Just there's programs specifically set out to help others.
Yep.
And Ernie, takes people's money with the, I don't know, pretense that he's helping people, and he don't help nobody.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're a scammer. That's why, we talk about you scamming.
That's why we're here.
It's pretty awesome that you got, we're having more and more Ernie trolls show up. Because keep sending them, Ernie. Keep sending them, because eventually
they're going to hear it.
They're going to actually see the truth.
Yep.
And they're going to stay.
And eventually you'll be standing over there by your little lonesome, saying, Jimbo, can I come home? Pretty sure I know the answer to that one now. Yeah, he was shook up by that kid this morning. I mean, and you saw him tonight after Benny was on his live stream. He hates Benny. You know why he hates Benny? Because Benny rocks him every time he shows up. Every fucking time.
He rocked him tonight with a little bomb.
Yeah. And Ernie falls for it every time. That's why he hates Benny. It's beautiful. But remember, Ernie's the best investigator. Ernie knows all of it. He knows everything on everybody. He's going to get all these people arrested. He's going to save all these people. He's going to get all these accolades. He keeps saying it. We've yet to see it. Hell yeah, eat that food. That's right. That's
yeah.
Right. And yes, those trolls of Ernie's will eventually. There's only a couple that haven't. And I can promise you there have been hundreds of people messaged. That Lisa Bertoni nut job, she's one of the ones that stayed around. Defended Ernie and his bullshit. Said that he's not that person anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Don't worry. You guys are going to see it. It'll be posted.
Yeah.
So you're going to see how crazy that lady really is.
Hey, there's a bunch of people from Ernie's chat, Ernie's group, Ernie, like people like Lisa Williams who put their nose where they shouldn't have it, that have harassed and pretty much stalked a young lady. She was in their chat. Where's my taters? You ain't getting none. You ain't getting none of these taters. But she was in their chat with her real name, which is Raven Dack, D-A-A-K. And a bunch of people assumed that was Ernie's transgender psychic or Raven or whatever. It's not her. And I guess the harassment was so bad. Trigger warning, please. Please, trigger warning. The harassment was so bad that yesterday she attempted to take her own life. She took a bunch of sleeping pills, and tried to kill herself because of the harassment coming from Ernie and Ernie's group. This lady needs prayer for sure, and throw some hearts up for her. Ernie's other victim, like just another one of his, and he don't care. He won't lose a wink sleep over it. And Gigi won't lose a wink sleep over it. And Lisa Bertoni Williams won't lose a wink sleep over it. They don't care. They'll probably make fun of her and hopefully her family will steer her away and not even allow her to see that garbage that goes on over there. But yeah, this was information received from a family member. So just keep her and the family in your prayers. That's a serious thing, man. Like, sometimes you can take things too far. And even like Ernie, like I don't want to see him do anything stupid like that. Like, I don't want to see him pushed to the point to where he tries to kill himself. And I don't say stupid, I mean like it's a decision you shouldn't make. And he needs help for sure. Lisa Williams says I'm trying to push his buttons. I just want people to know who he is, the real Ernie, not the fake ass predator hunter you see on YouTube. Let me tell you something. If he's spending 16 hours a day on YouTube in his car, he's not hunting predators. He's not making 1,156 arrests. He's just full of shit. So, yeah, protect yourself. Stay away from foolish people who want to get a reaction from you like that.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, if that Lisa Williams lady actually cared about Ernie, she'd get him some help. But you see what she does. She feeds that fire. It's crazy. I don't understand it. And y'all just chatting it up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They rocking the chat. It's possible he is making $3K a week. It ain't gonna last much longer. She might as well go ahead and start saving them pennies now, and it ain't gonna last much longer. That's why you're sweating, man. That's why you're worried. Why you got all these people parading around, pretending you're something you're not. They'll see it too. But your cash cow, it'll be gone soon. The way you've been doing people, the way you've been doing things, period, your channel won't survive it, man. I can promise you that. And we popped that TikTok account. We've hit Facebook pages on you. We even managed to message the racetrack when you was pulling your bullshit search. We're not going to play around about it, dude. It's serious. It's for real. It's not a game for the people that aren't crazy. It's not a game at all, dude. Say what you want. That's why we're here. And we're going to keep talking about your ass. And people are going to start learning more and more and more every day what kind of danger you are to society. It's funny, old sister, she's not available anymore, is she there, Ernie?
Yeah.
Oh, Amber's not so mouthy like she was. Why is that, Ern?
I wonder if Amber knows that her phone number has been posted all over YouTube.
Yep. I wonder if she knows that she was outed as a fucking liar all over YouTube.
Oh, she knows. She knows.
But she's hiding now. She don't want to talk about it. What's sad is there's actually good people in their family that are taking hits because of Ernie.
Yeah.
Because he's shitting all over their name, man. I can promise you, these people aren't bragging about being your kinfolk, dude. If they are, they don't know much about you. I'm sure they care about you and they love you, but I'm sure they're embarrassed as hell, dude. Hell, I would be. Because there's a way to not be doing this shit for it to end.
Yep.
And they've asked you to do it, Ernie. Your family has asked you to get help. And you know that they love you, but you won't. I don't get it. Are you really that lost that your family don't even matter at all?
Coming soon, we're going to tell you a story about the origination of the Tales of Alakan and how that story, how the werewolf even came about. Like Ernie created that.
Yep.
Ernie created it and exploited two deceased men while doing it. One was his own dad.
And his mother, by the way.
Yep. And that recording you heard of her talking about the litter of wolves and all that stuff, Ernie provided that.
Yep. Bragging about it. Saying, yeah, I recorded her a long time ago. She didn't know I was like, really, dude? And of course, sister verified it was mama. Yeah, that's
Amber.
her.
Good old Amber.
Do what?
Good old Amber. And
Yep.
she didn't say, when she verified it, she didn't say, yeah, that's mom. You remember what she said?
Yep, that's his mom.
That's his mom.
Yep. That's that embarrassment we're talking about, Ern. That's exactly what we're talking about. And yeah, it came from Amber. But I'm not thinking that her bullshit meters is full as yours, bro. Because, I mean, I've heard her tell some truth. I've not heard you tell a truth. Not that I'm aware of, at least.
He can't. He can't.
Nope. But, yeah, he definitely even tried to friend his own sister. Friend requested his own sister with that fake account.
When you lie about everything, you can't never start telling the truth, because then every lie you've told
Gets exposed.
Starts to unravel.
Yep.
Like, they're all tied together.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take one statement back and say, I didn't mean that one, but I meant all the other ones.
Yep.
No, that ain't the way it works. That's why he's sticking to his guns, man.
Yep.
He's hanging in there tight.
Well, I mean, even on his Facebook pages that are up right now, if you go back to about the middle of October, you'll see him posting all this shit about werewolves. You'll see him making all these comments about changing what he's going to do, like he's doing right now. He's going to the border to pretend he's doing some shit, y'all. He'll be there. He does follow through with some of that stuff every once in a while, like Niagara Falls, like New York City on New Year's Eve, Kyle Rittenhouse verdict, all that. He'll step up and give you a little something to go on, and then he builds the rest of the story around that one thing. That don't make it the truth, y'all.
And that's why it's important for us to always only state facts that we believe are facts and come with receipts, because when he's proven to be right or telling the truth about one thing, he's going to use that to say he's right about everything.
Yep.
Just like when he was in New York City. He was obviously in New York City. But then you got people out there throwing him in a cab saying it's photoshopped and he's really in Atlanta. It shows up on YouTube channels and everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Ernie, why are you lying about where you're at? Then he goes Facebook Live from New York. Man, I mean, now everybody believes him. Ernie's telling the truth. He's in New York. Why are these people lying on him? That's why if you're going to say something, make sure you tell the truth about it.
Yep. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, man. Really couldn't. It is very, very, very Well, it's needed. You got to be accurate with this fool. Like we said, he tells lies on his own lies. Tells some horrible shit about Ernie Shell, just so nobody can believe the truth about him. You got to stop and just think about that for a minute. I mean, he's going to lie on his dad, his deceased father, and make him out to be a werewolf and a murderer. And when I say that, he told a story of the guy that was being talked to, that fake profile, was supposedly the surviving infant son of his family, and his mother and father were slaughtered by Max Shell. And of course, he pushed it like it was a religion, like it was facts. I mean, you can sort of tell it was Ernie right off the get. So, but yeah, man, he was dedicated to the bullshit. He was dedicated. He wasn't letting up. Even when I showed him the pictures from the obituary with the dates and everything on it, he still tried to play it off like, no, really, I'm this guy. No, dude, you're Ernie Shell. Ain't nobody stupid.
Well, there are people stupid, just not in that particular instance.
Right. Well, except for Ernie. Except for Ernie. But yeah, we will get those posted, guys. It's sad, and at the same time, it's entertaining to see the depths of bullshit. There's so many layers of it. So many. But yeah, he definitely exploited his father and mother and another guy he don't even know. Just trying to make it sound like he was a werewolf, and that's his family lineage.
Yep.
He don't care about him. He don't care about a single one. Yeah, I know he raises hell about people bringing up the fact that he was barred from his father's funeral. Well, dude, nobody wanted you around. That's one of those things you don't ever disrespect, dude. From what I understand, you did. Is that true, Jimbo? Didn't he end up going or something anyway?
Yeah, he said he didn't see the message.
Yeah.
You know Ernie. You know he saw his damn message.
Oh, yeah. For sure. But that's how much he cared about his family. Does he even know? And hell, I've seen the message. So, like, I know it's out there. But when you show up, even though you're asked not to, well, you know, if you're asked not to, man, there's probably some good reason why your whole family said no. Your whole family. Okay? Remember, they weren't taking up for you around the Ronnie King thing. They were taking up for Shelby, the guy that you say is a serial killer. How much value does Ernie Shell have now? The family's turned on him. Can't go to the funeral. Everybody's lying about him to get him in trouble. Why, Ernie? Why? What's up with that, dude? What'd you do to these people? Well, apparently, you've done enough to make them want to do that to you. And yeah, we know they lied on the stand. We know it. Okay? But we also know they told some truth too, dude. Because you are bisexual. You know it. A lot of us know it. Phil Amick knows it. Eric Rush knows it. I'm sure Eric and Phil also know that you're a fucking predator too, dude. That you go after people. Innocent people.
When you wigged out on the side of the road, why do you think Phil was the name that was in his head?
Because that's who he was with. That's who he was, like, with, not just in the car with, but with.
Yeah. There was nobody in the car with him.
Right.
Not when that happened.
He did mention Phil's name when he was in one of the two videos on the highway. But
he said, "Why are you doing this, Phil?"
Yep, that's what it was, yep. But that's, again, folks, that's guilty conscience. Phil's after him. Shelby's after him. What's he doing to these people? When Ernie thinks that Bill Barnes, a profile that we are friends with. When he is worried that Bill Barnes is his ex-gay lover that's about to out him to the world, that's a guilty conscience. That's exactly what that is. Now, regardless of his narcissism, he knows. He knows that there's so much out there, it's going to hit him one day. That's why he's worried about people going to kill him. His brother going to kill him. Phil Amick going to kill him. Like, all these people are trying to kill him, but yet he's alive and doing all this stuff to people. Explain it. Can you, Ernie? I don't think you can, dude. Sad, dude. But we're just going to keep bringing those receipts for you, bud. Letting you know how things are in this world. Just watch you twitch and fidget over there, because that's what's going to happen. What you doing over there, Chacho?
I was looking through the chat, see if we got any questions I can answer right quick, and feel more butts. What if his name was Fillmore Butts? Yeah, just a knife under the seat. Don't know how it got there. I didn't put it there, I swear. Please don't shoot me. Are you going to shoot me? And then he told the woman, they got guns. She said, they're police officers. They all got guns. Are they going to shoot me? That's a cry for help.
Yep.
Literally. Oh, my God. Literally. Wow.
What is it? Cut it once, butter it twice?
Cut it once, butter it twice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, as always, you guys are hanging out in here real late. We appreciate it. Like I said, we were planning on covering some other things tonight, and we had a little fun on the Earn channel. So,
oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. So,
has your adrenaline gone down a little bit?
Oh yeah. I'm ready to bed. Lisa Bertoni, which her name's Lisa Williams. It's on her Facebook. She came in there as Lisa Bertoni to show me who she was.
Yep.
So, and she did, and she showed everybody who she was. Like, that was disgusting the way she talked in front of my children.
Well, as far as changing a name, so you know who she was, two can play at that game too.
Yeah. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. But we will tomorrow is Friday, right? No,
Thursday.
Gosh dang. I'm speeding ahead here.
Yeah, man. We can go again.
All right.
I know we got some stuff to bring, so might as well,
Oh yeah. I'm
keep it rolling out.
More of this trial, and I'm eventually going to upload every single bit of it, the boring jury selection, boring crap, all of it, and just let you guys, we'll go over the highlights and let you guys go back and watch everything, because like I said, it's 11 days and worth of forensics and testimonies and like doctors talking and like boring mental talk, like about mental health. And it's just a lot of the words that you may not even understand if you're not a doctor, like just hard to follow. Honestly, I don't think that the jury being, a rural jury like that, probably a lot of them didn't understand a lot of it either. But that's just a guess. But I will eventually upload every single second of it, and you just go watch it all. Now, I do them in short increments, like 2 or 3 minutes. That's easier to upload that way. So yeah, just go back, and when I get them all posted, I'll let you know when everything's up, and you just go back and watch them and come in here and ask questions, and we'll talk about them. We may even bring them up and look at them. If you got something on one of the videos with a timestamp, you want me to pull it up specifically, we will. We'll find out. We'll figure it out together. The jury's spoken. They were hung. And then Shelby pled guilty. And now he's trying to tell all, any lady who writes him, he's telling her his story, and his story is that he's appealing. He pled guilty. He signed the document saying he was guilty.
Mm-hmm.
He stood in front of the judge and told him what he did, how he did it, and why he did it. That's pleading guilty in court. So I don't believe the story about any appeals. I've never heard. Now, if he was appealing, Amber would have known it, and Amber would have told Ernie, and Ernie would have told people. Because I've got so many messages from Ernie claiming that Shelby's out. Shelby's been let out. I said, no, Ernie, Shelby's in jail. Amber said he's out. Amber's full of shit, Ernie. You'll find the more you dig and read and learn, Amber is Ernie's worst nightmare.
Yep.
She tells him he's her brother and she loves him. Whole time she ain't got nothing for him.
Well, I mean, we've got screenshots of her dreaming of him being dead.
Yeah, she said, I dreamed of you getting killed or dying, being dead.
And this is a repeated thing.
Yeah, I had a nightmare and you were dead. I dreamed of you dying.
That's that love.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she was part of the crew that didn't want you around.
Yeah.
At the funeral. Then again, she was scared of you and not Shelby. It's wild, man. What'd you do to her when she was little, bro? What'd you do to her?
Brother. You were the big brother.
Yep.
Let me ask you something. Ernie claims his son was abused.
Mm-hmm.
S.A. Ernie claims Shelby was. Ernie claims his other sister was. Ernie claims he's a savior. That he saves kids all the time now. Why didn't he step up at all as a big brother? Like, I'm going to tell you, if a family member, and I knew about it, was hurting my little brother, either that family member wouldn't be here no more or I wouldn't be here no more. Point blank. Just, that's the way it would be. And why didn't he stand up for his son?
Right.
Who are you going to let hurt your son? The person who came from your body that you created, you and another woman. Who are you going to let hurt your son? But yet you are saving kids. You're the predator hunter at all costs. Did you save Jeremy at all costs? Is it even true? Or did you make that up for sympathy? And if so, boy, ain't that another bag of pickles.
Yep. Which, honestly, going by recent history, long-term history, is probably bullshit.
Yeah.
Just another one of them stories. Like brother being a serial killer and all that good stuff. Man, come on. I really hope you wouldn't do that about your son. It would be sad. That would be almost a new low for you, Ern, to find that out. You're lucky I'm classy enough not to go ask him that. but you know your patterns and everything else, people would bet on it being bullshit, which is bad. Sounds like you're playing a video game over.
Yeah, I'm messaging. Well, guys, it's 3.5 hours in. You guys hung out, up to 2:30 in the morning. Still got a pretty good bunch in here, and
Oh yeah, we still got a party.
We appreciate you guys coming in here and hanging out. We will, if there's anything else we can answer before we go, we will. But we will, we'll definitely be back tomorrow. You going to do the same time, Kempers?
Yeah, we can do 10 or 11, man.
All right, we'll set for 11, and then anything, Now, see, if we'd have set for 10 tonight, then I would have missed out on being Dragon Stalk.
Wow, that was funny.
But,
we didn't know if something that ugly was real, but now we know. Now we know. It does walk the earth.
Does Ern know how to tell any story all the way through? No, he don't. Only things, you got these little short stories where he's got them memorized and tells the same exact way every time. Like the justice system set a savage lion loose on a helpless community, and I brought that savage lion to justice. That one he tells. That's pretty much the whole thing. He's got a couple other little Ernieisms that he likes to do, but no, he don't really follow through on anything because he's lying about everything.
Always. Always.
Well, all right, guys. We appreciate you guys hanging out. And the Wildcats won. Go Big Blue.
Word.
And if you, before we sign off, just remember that Emmitt Smith is the greatest running back of all time. It's not
Whatever.
Not Barry Sanders. Not even close.
You just lay off that crack acus, man.
And Lisa Williams is, in fact, Lisa Bertoni Williams is, in fact, Godzilla. All right. And until tomorrow, I'm Jimbo.
I'm Kemper.
With a stand.